I am Zach. Zach. Well, I'm technically Zach's Big Wave on Twitch. Your DM and architect of tales for this 1920s Prohibition era tabletop extravaganza. We are here celebrating. If you look in Dan's Square, it's a little hidden by his wonderful marquee name. The 1 year anniversary celebration for 7 days of sabotage with the boys and gals of the sabotage crew from across the pond. And tonight we have even more guests. So I'm so excited. Unfortunately, we are down one of our regular players. Mr. Father Mackenzie is right now re-anointing himself out in Jersey. He took a train over to New York. He's been writing postcards and complaining about it the entire way, but he had to make a trip, so he will not be joining us this evening. But please, let's start with Miss Tony. Will you please give us your credentials and tell us who you will be playing this evening?
Hello. Credentials. Okay, I'm like, oh no, I'm not qualified for this. Hi guys.
We won't hold that against you.
Yeah, you're in color and everything.
Massively lied on my CV. Hi everyone, my name is Antonia Tutil. I'm an actress and presenter from the UK. I have been doing games presenting for a little bit now. I love my RPGs. If any of you guys regularly hang out on Twitch, then you might have come across a D&D show that I was a part of. I was a part of the cast for Asmodee Lives of Dice and Pen, which was awesome. Love a good pun. And I generally like RPG characters. Thank you, Dan. I like RPG characters who are very, very small, but also kind of scary. So I'm really excited about my character for tonight. Thank you for having me, guys.
So if you look on the screen just to the left of Antonia's wonderful box here, you will see her character, Miss... Do you want to introduce her?
Oh my gosh, yes. So my character, she's a feisty little goblin girl. She is called Betty Latrine, which is French. Should I go more into the character now, or should I leave that for a bit?
We can save it if you want.
Maybe we should do that for reveal.
Okay, fair enough. It's I think we talked about it. It's really pronounced Betty Latrine. But everybody just calls her Latrine, because nobody pronounces it right, because we're all a bunch of Yanks. Wonderful. So she will be appearing this evening, and Mr. Dan Berman, all the way from the UK, and your character all the way from the UK. Tell us about yourself and who you're playing this evening.
So my credentials are that I have a nice hat. That's the only thing that I currently have going for me at the moment. I'm running off mostly caffeine and a prayer. This is my third session today, but I couldn't be happy to be. I was just saying at the start before we started the stream, like I feel like I know you guys so much more than I actually do, because I've watched streams and I've it's weird. It seems so similar to watch and also to participate, but it's really great to be. I watched your first one and I loved it, so I was like, I get to play this next week. So I am playing Charlie Bones, who has come over from the UK into Bridgeport, seeking business opportunity.
Nice. He feels like the kind of bloke who likes a scrap.
Don't know what you mean.
I don't know what you've heard.
Well, it's not like I got my sleeves rocked.
I believe fisty cuffs are what they call them.
I'll say the fight hasn't started yet. They're down. You'll catch me later on unbuttoning.
Anyone who's seen me on the normal stream on the Sabotage the DM stuff knows that this is actually quite a long sleeve for me.
True. That is indeed true. Yeah.
Normally I'm sort of up to kind of here with the sleeves.
Dan and I both like the tank top look for sure.
I'm just a very sweaty boy, Zach. That's what it is. I've already
That
said
just
to you,
it
I'm
just
probably
you're
going
you're
to.
just when you act, it just comes out of your pores, and it causes us to be very hot. And
I feel like we're
understand.
really representing the UK here. We're just like, hi guys, we're sweaty, and we have a nice hat. That's what we can bring to the table.
I don't know
Sweaty
if
and tired and full of apologies.
I don't know if the gamer talk has made its way over to the US, but when someone says you're sweaty, and you're talking amongst like professional gaming circles, they usually mean you're trying way too hard. So it's like it's like you'll be playing like some sort of a video game and somebody's getting all the kills or doing something amazing, and it's like, oh god, that guy's being so sweaty.
Oh, nice.
Oh, fantastic.
Like
well,
a tryhard.
yeah, exactly. That's
a try hard.
100%. So let's go to where are you guys on my screen? There you are. Josh over here. Tell me,
What's up,
Mr. Fizzlekins, represent. How are you doing this evening?
I'm awake. I'm here. That's not as late as it is over there for them, but
well done. For those of us who didn't see our first episode, who are you playing this evening?
All right, so we have ourselves Mr. Brian McClure. He is a second generation Irish immigrant. His mom and papa came over. They're the first ones, and he was born here in the U.S., Chicago area. Growing up underclass, currently works in the meatpacking plant, and he stayed a devout Catholic and tries to avoid the violence, but it keeps coming after him. So he's learned to deal with it.
Yep.
Very nice. So, and then I would like to have my lovely wife introduce herself. Everybody knows her if you've been watching our other series, School Days at Stone Shaper High. But please, Janina Kins, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Janina Kins. In this game, I'll be playing the little Southern Belle Lola Grace. She is very ditzy, very naive. She is newer to the city. She's been here less than a year. And all she wants to do is help. And if that means using her gun, that is totally fine.
It still counts.
Still counts. I'm helping.
She's very pious, but she remembers that Daddy said when people try to steal our cattle, you put 2 in their knee. So, you know.
Yep.
And again, I said my name is Zach. I'm host of the channel Zach's Big Wave. We hope we're so honored to be part of the 7 Days of Sabotage. I have been DMing on and off for probably 12 years, 12 or 15 years, and so I've done a whole host of games. I'm starting to branch out into new systems, like learning 5th edition for our other game was very coming from 3.5 as my first. System was a little bit of a jump, and this is even more of a jump. So I'm starting to branch out and learn and run a bunch of different RPG systems, but love doing this. And yeah, let's jump in, guys. I'm so excited. So for those of you who did not see our first episode that aired Saturday, what are you doing? Pause the video now. Go watch the VOD. I'm just kidding. Stay right here and don't move. You can do that later.
Pause.
If you're watching the VOD, you pause that video and you go watch it.
Okay, yeah, if you're watching the VOD.
But I'm going to give you a little synopsis. So we have a small community in the western side of Chicago. I'm going to paint a picture for you guys. This is Chicago in the 1920s. Industry is booming. Weirdly enough, I did some research, and all of our major museums, for the most part, were already built. They were built in the late 1800s. So it is a bustling metropolis full of business and smog and people milling about, and it is a cesspool, hence City of Sin, of just gambling and speakeasies and illegal distilleries and all kinds of mafia folk and foreigners, and just all, not that foreigners are bad, just there were a lot of foreign people coming in from all other countries. I realized I said that in order, and I was like, people are going to call me out on that. No, just there's a ton of immigrants coming in all the time because it was a hub. It was a hub of all these different ships for both shipping and actual human travel, and so it's this metropolis and this, you know, city of industry, but also all kinds of things that like people didn't know were bad for them yet, like, you know, people smoking like stacks, you know, 10, you'll see behind me in one of my old backgrounds, there's 10-cent cigars on like every third corner. Guns are actually very easy to get a hold of if you know some people. This is Chicago at the height of the mafia. And so on the edge of Lake Michigan, if you look at Chicago from a bird's eye view, on the east side you have all the industry, on the west side you have all these little slums. And it's because all of the smog from the industry floating off of Lake Michigan would go south and west. So your air would get dirtier and your housing would get cheaper. So if you had the money to live on the east side, good for you, you could breathe clean air. If not, you are commuting from the west to the east every day. And so it's here on the west, the southwestern side of the city that we find Bridgeport, which is an actual community in the city that we base this setting off of. And we have a ton of people who are poor, but they've banded together and they have a fierce community loyalty. And at the head of this kind of outward community effort is the Bloody Church. It's either called the Bloody Church or it's called St. Martini's. I can't remember the full name, and unfortunately John is not here to correct me, but it's got a very long name, and they have kind of an understanding with the local outfits or mafias that they have wine that is exempt from prohibition for their sacrament, and every once in a while a barrel just goes missing, you know, either off the truck or from their stores, and you know, no one's walking around with a clipboard and, you know, being too careful about it, so they have an understanding, and when no one's looking, one goes missing. And because of that, there are no prostitutes, there are no illegal gambling areas or any of that within Bridgeport. However, a gang called the Rat Tails of actual rats in suits have been trying to step in on Bridgeport's territory. They see it as a vulnerability within the city because of how poor it is. They tried to lure them out to a little club called the Dapper Dame, and they got shot, punched, beat. And what happened to the last guy? No, yeah, that was it. Shot, punched,
shot
and beat
again.
up.
Also,
Yeah,
shot again.
I was like,
one of the three. I mean,
right, one got shot
only
a whole
two
bunch.
things happened. 3 people.
Right.
Oh no, the
One-
knife.
Right,
The
yeah.
knife.
One guy, yeah, shot, knifed, and beat up. And these boys limped away, but they declared that unfortunately they were not the end all and be all of this gang. And so unfortunately the Rat Tails are not done after hobbling out of the club that night. So we're going to go now. It's a Saturday evening. And Mr. Charlie, you have been walking for probably the better part of an hour to get from the east side of the city to the west. You hopped on the back of a couple of streetcars. Basically, you just knew that you were going west. And you're trying to read this map. You're like, you're turning it like several different ways and trying to figure out which street is which. And I mean, it's not like you're out of your element. It's just a new city. And so finally you hop off the streetcar. You know, your duster kind of flows behind you and you notice a street, 6th Street. And you're like, boom, I'm here. And so you start to make your way east. And as you do, you pass a couple of seedier looking places. You know, there's a liquor store, or sorry, not a liquor store. There's a knife store. There's a gun store. There's several pawn shops that, you know, look like, you know, they're trying to make a buck off of other people's misery. And a couple of seedy characters. As you go by, one guy regards you. He's wearing a pinstripe suit and a duster, and he pulls out his pocket watch and flips it open and takes a peek inside and then looks back up and goes, "Hey, you! What are you doing here?"
Charlie sort of still walking, well, sort of still facing the way he was going, just stops, draws out a cigarette, lights it, and while sort of like staring off in the direction of his cigarette, just says, "Just let me walk on, son. Don't engage."
Is it? Oh, do you say that to yourself?
I say it to him. I just don't look at him.
Oh, okay. So from across the street, he goes, "Hey, are you that Bruno from Europe? You know, the tough guy."
And then he turns. He says, "What the fuck is a Bruno?"
Bruno's the kind of guy that, you know, roughs people up when they aren't doing what they're supposed to.
Then yes, I am a Bruno.
The guy looks both ways and he crossed the street. He's by himself. And as far as you can tell, actually, you know what? Do a, I almost said an insight check. Hold on. Let me get a character sheet pulled up. Let's see. Where is Charlie Boones? There he is.
I mean, Judge Intentions, I think, is a check, right? I don't know.
Well, yeah, just do a notice check for me. You're just kind of sizing him up.
Okay, so what, that would be a D6 and a D4?
Yep. And you've got a -2 on the D4, but the D6 raw.
Yeah, so...
Notice is a
5.
default. It doesn't have any minuses.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, hold on. Let me update that on your character sheet. It's a +0. Okay. Oh, you exploded.
7.
Go again.
So you roll a d4 again.
Yeah, roll. Yeah,
Oh,
so dice in this game explode. So if you get a critical success, you roll again, and if you get
Now
4
you have a
more
7.
than a success, yeah, now you have a 7. If you get 4 more than a success, you get what's called a raise. So like if you were
sweet.
rolling a 4 to pilot a ship, you pilot it. Okay. If you roll an 8, you're like stunt driving. You know what I mean? So yeah, you roll a 7. As this guy crosses the street, you notice he's got a piece on him, and at first you kind of feel wary about it, but then you notice that he's got it, the leather over it is holstered. So like if he was to try and quick draw on you, he would either have to have like a gun belt like from the Old West that could like pivot, or he would have already had to pop the button on this thing. So it doesn't seem like he's hostile right off the bat. And so he crosses the street.
Who are you, son?
He goes, "Hey." He goes, "Good to meet you. My name is." Hold on a sec. I gotta pull up my list of characters.
Come on, have that on deck, mate.
I had it on deck, and then we had tech issues.
Oh, fair.
Just adding depth to characters, you know, just an existential crisis at some point. Like, who am I?
Yeah.
Who am I?
What's my name? Where was I born?
I knew this morning. Or did I? Did I know this morning?
Too funny. So he looks at
We
you,
try.
goes, and he takes a cigar and takes a drag off of it, and then he offers you one, and he goes, you know, American tobacco, if you like.
I'll take it and sort of smell it, and then just like pop it into the top of my coat because I've still got a cigarette on at the moment.
He goes, "I respect it." He goes, "The name's Lester Havarti." And you can see now that you're closer to him, long nose, black and whiskers. He goes, "We heard you were coming."
Who is we?
The Rat Tails. We're new in Bridgeport. Well, we're new-ish. We will be. We sort of plan to run this place.
You plan to run this place?
Yeah. Once we burn that church down.
Oh, you want to burn the church down too, do you?
I had a feeling that today, when I went to see that crazy bitch who does the tarot card readings, that I'd meet a kindred spirit.
Yeah, I like you, Lester. And he takes out the cigar. You'll have to excuse me. I don't know how to light these things. Could you? And he
Yeah.
He just puts it out like that.
He reaches into his coat and goes for a box of wood matches.
Sweet. And he just sort of gestures to like light the cigar for him.
And he kind of like cups it, like he switches his cigar to the other hand, lights the match, and kind of cups it. So you can.
And Charlie punches him in the face.
Completely by surprise. Go ahead and make a fighting roll. Charlie
right,
Bones
so
just told us
DC.
everything about who he is.
So
Oh,
a 3 and a
fantastic.
6.
So you get a
Okay.
6. So yeah, you basically
So
take the
you're-
higher the result between the 2 dice, and then if there's explosions, then you continue the rolls. Is how it
Right.
goes.
Copy that.
So you got a hit.
6.
And I'm gonna go versus his toughness.
Oh no, it's a hit. It's versus parry.
Yeah,
And then
which you
then roll
beat.
damage. Yep.
You
now
beat.
you roll
So
damage.
go ahead and roll damage. I think with your fists, if you've got bloodthirsty.
It's
Yes,
based on it's your strength, and then there's other things that can modify it if you took those edges.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
then
took bloodthirsty.
Bloodthirsty.
So I
have
think
not
that's a
looked at
D10.
that one.
Is that plus a D6? Because that's one of the ones you have, right, Josh?
No, I have Brawler and Brute. I think Bloodthirsty is actually a hindrance, which may have a bonus. Yeah, Bloodthirsty's
so
a
it's a
hindrance.
hindrance.
Oh, okay.
I've got combat reflexes as an edge. I forgot what that does, but no. So my fighting, just my fighting or my strength. My strength is a D10.
It's your strength. So
Yeah.
go ahead and roll a D10 and a D6.
No, you don't do wild.
Oh, that's
damage.
right. Sorry, you don't do Joker on damage rolls. Sorry.
So you got a 7.
7. Okay.
7 damage.
So
That's
this
versus
guy
toughness.
is completely taken aback. You smash into his like pointy nose, and he just falls into the street on his butt and just starts bleeding. And he's like, "The fuck!"
You stay away from the fucking church.
Thrown your lot in with the Catholics, have you? He pulls out a handkerchief, wipes the blood from his nose, and he goes, "I'll remember this." And he goes, "You stay the fuck out of our way, or you're going to find yourself on the inside of a rat trap." And he just crosses the street and leaves.
I think I'm gonna like this place. Charlie Bones just walks on in the direction of the church.
Excellent. Now, maybe a block and a half ahead of you, you see on the opposite side of the street, this little petite green figure with a super cute little maid's hat and maid outfit on. She's, clutching a tiny little leather purse. And it's weird because the purse looks like it's more expensive than most of the houses that you're around. Like it's a bag.
She's got
that,
Gucci. Got it. No.
right.
Gucci.
It's a bag that is more expensive than everything that she's wearing. It looks like she's too classy to be here, or that bag is too classy to be hers. But you can't tell which one's which. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm looking at gold leaf on an Oreo. I'm very confused.
Okay.
So she's
I mean,
walking along.
technically speaking, that still makes me a snack. So
Exactly.
Oh, the tallest drink of
Got
water.
'em.
That's under 3 foot. So you're walking along, and you see the guy that you see ahead of you, Lester Havarti, and he turns the corner right in front of you. Like he's coming, he crosses the street, and for a while he's walking and kind of keeping an eye on Charlie, and then he starts to pick up the pace and gets further ahead of you and takes a left down an alley. And as he does, go ahead and roll a notice check for me, Tony.
Oh, okay. Exciting. Am I at notice? D6. So it's 2 D6s then.
Yes, one for your regular, one for your Joker dice. I love the description in that comic. You're either gonna succeed because you're good at it, or you're gonna succeed because you're the hero.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Right,
So,
perfect.
4.
So the first one was a critical fail, but the second one was a success. So that's perfect. So you notice as he turns a silver pocket watch, and you see his coat comes up a little bit, his coattails, and you see a gold-plated wallet
Oh,
in his back pocket.
Mhm.
oh.
And he is not paying attention to it. He is like, he's pulled out like a little notebook and he's like writing things down. He fully drops his cigar, like as he rounds the corner. He takes one last drag on it, drops a mostly full stogie. Like this is, you know, I mean, 10 cents is not a lot to most people, but it's not nothing. And he just throws his 10-cent, you know, cigar down and just turns the corner. And yeah, he pops right in front of you. He scurries past you.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the pocket watch. 100%. I'm
Okay.
I'm not thinking twice about this.
Pocket watch or the wallet?
So well,
Oh,
she can do both. Now here's the thing: the pocket watch is clipped, so it's a very loose clip, like this one, just clipped in to one pocket, and then the watch is in the other. So if you get a clean lift straight up, you could definitely get that. So that's gonna be, which is higher, your lock picking or your stealth?
my stealth.
Okay,
100%.
go ahead and roll stealth then.
Okay, so that is a
Yeah, I'm pretty sure stealth is the catch-all for most of that stuff with the current edition of.
Sabotage wants the pocket watch.
So, all right, never mind. You have to give Joe the pocket watch.
Okay.
Cool. So she's gone for it. Just rolled. I had a D8 on my stealth.
Okay, perfect.
Yep,
Plus
so
one.
And you rolled one
And then I rolled my
D8 plus
D6.
1. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, so you got a success. Now, how are you gonna do this? Like, are you gonna try to do kind of like the quick, like you're going this way, I'm going that way, shoop? Or are you trying to do like I stumble into you and I swipe it while you know, like what strategy is she going for?
I think she's going to use her best sort of come hither look. So she's going to sort of creep up to him and then she's sort of edging along. She's like, "Hello, mister. I just some directions, please." And while at the same
I
time,
think
she's
in her face, it's looking like she's on the cover of Vogue. Like,
oh, 100%.
like she's, but like, it has the desired effect, but it's more like he's put off. Like he's like, where are you trying to go? And then like tries to keep walking, and as he turns, she just gets the clean lift
Yeah.
and just whoop right into
and
the purse.
It's gone straight down
Oh,
his shirt
straight in her bosoms. Nice.
into it. And then as he sort of turns around looking a bit flustered, she just kind of throws him a bit of a saucy wink and then shuffles off.
Fantastic. He goes, he kind of like, you know, he doesn't even notice, but he's just kind of like, you know, if this isn't important, just piss off. I'm in a bad mood. And he just keeps going. And again, that little shiny wallet, you know, just dangling out of his back pocket is just kind of calling you.
Oh, well, I think I still got it. Oi, mister. You
Turns back around.
fancy a date for tonight? Show me round the city. Just sort of sidling up to him. So she's coming
Not
back
sure
in.
if persuasion or
Go ahead.
intimidation.
Go ahead and roll.
Those
Go-
shoulders are pretty intimidating.
Go ahead and roll persuasion for me.
Uh,
Because it's one of those things where he's like, his answer for most people would have been no, but you're so bold that he's like kind of intrigued. So you got a 3.
Well.
So he looks at you and he goes,
oof.
I don't know who you think you are. And I don't know who you think I am. But I have things to do. And he goes to reach for his pocket watch that isn't there. And goes, I'm gonna make a roll for him real quick.
That face.
This went south very quickly.
So he did roll a success. So
You
he
kept him around too
sees
long.
he sees that the edge of his pocket watch, the little catch, is caught on your collar on the top button, and he goes, "Hey,
Well,
my watch!"
What?
I don't know. Is
He
it a nice one?
immediately starts running towards you from the other side of the alley.
No.
Oh, sorry, mister. No, maybe I gave you the wrong signals, but actually, I've got a date for tonight, so bye. And she's
Go
gonna
ahead.
leg it.
Go ahead and roll me an athletics check. That's so phenomenal.
Betty.
I've made some weird choices today.
Boom.
Nice.
Okay, so your D4 explodes. So you've got a 5. So go ahead and roll another D4.
Excellent.
Boom. Okay, so you got a 4. So you got a 9. So you run and you're gone. You're in one of those little like Roadrunner cartoons, and like by the time he gets to the other end of the alley and turns to the left, he's like in your smoke cloud. Like he's just like pew. But he pursues. And he starts running. And so you guys are both running the same way. Now, Charlie, you at this point have caught up, and you caught the tail end of this scene, and you see this little green firecracker run past you. And you see the guy you just punched in the face chase her.
Are they both coming towards me, or am I?
No, you're on the opposite side of the street. So they're running on the opposite side of the street. They came out of an alley and ran. They're running parallel to you on the opposite side of the street.
Yeah, I'm pursuing.
Okay. So
I only got one punch on this guy. That's not very bloodthirsty. This guy needs another punch.
So go ahead. You also roll an athletics check for me.
All right. Athletics is a D6. Oh. Okay, so I got a 4 with the joke.
Perfect. That's fine. So you're keeping pace with the guy that's pursuing her, and he starts like looking over his shoulder, like "Fuck you want." Like, why are you following me, creep?
Where I'm from, we don't chase down our women. Leave her alone.
He goes, "Fucking bitch took my watch. Fuck you," and keeps running.
All right.
So you guys are running, and with your 9, you get like 2 blocks ahead of him. He's like, "How can someone with such short legs run so motherfucking fast?" And on the right-hand side, you see this church that you've probably passed 100 times and probably never given it a second thought. In the 6 months that you've been here, I don't know, we didn't really talk too much about Betty's, religious affiliations, but I feel like she's more like, her family's very proud. So I feel like she'd be like, Catholic, Church of England, get with the times. Like, but now you're looking at it and you're looking at those doors and they seem really heavy. And so if you had to be behind something, probably not a bad idea.
My mum always told me every day is an opportunity for self-improvement, and today might be that day. I'm reformed. Take me in.
So I'm going to cut now to the inside of the church. It's a mid-Friday afternoon. Everybody.
Saturday.
I thought you said Saturday.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say Saturday? It's mid-Saturday.
Friday we had our meeting with the.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, and the 7-day work week or the 5-day work week didn't exist yet, so most likely you were working. So I feel like Brian McClure is just getting in here for his nightly prayers, or his late afternoon prayer. Lola is fixing the pews and sweeping, and you remember all of a sudden, Lola, you're like, oh yeah, that man was supposed to come after the afternoon service, and he was supposed to speak with Father Mackenzie. I'll probably have to talk to him because obviously Father Mackenzie's in New Jersey. But you're looking at you kind of are looking around, and you have a pretty good idea of time, and this guy's late. And Father Mac is usually very much about punctuality, and you're just thinking to yourself like, this is odd. And so what are you guys doing? Like, are you just continuing to straighten up? Where's everybody at in the church?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Lola at this point is just like, maybe if he doesn't come, I don't have to do anything. Just because she's afraid of being in charge. So she's just like, hopefully he won't come at all. I'll tidy up. I'll do a little bit of the soup kitchen and go home.
What's the underpriest up to?
Yeah, so the understudy priest is kind of milling about up by the lectern, and he's trying to he's mumbling under his breath sermons, like he's trying to, but he has a really bad nervousness issue. So he's trying to preach to what is basically an empty church right now to try to get up his confidence so that he could do it in front of an actual congregation, because the idea of it makes him terrified. And so he's just like, and the Lord said, sorry.
You gotta be louder.
Sister, I'm trying. The Lord is speaking through me, but he's very soft right now.
That ain't true. Do it louder.
Yeah. But there's other people in here praying. I'm practicing. I don't want to disturb them.
Okay, then practice in the back. But if you want to get good, you got to practice up here.
You are truly one of God's finest servants to test me so. Oh, he straightens his priest collar and goes, I think I will go in the back. And he goes off to the right side of the altar and goes in the back.
Goes back to fixing everything and just being like, that's a better idea. Just you weren't doing that good.
Just at that moment, I feel like the door, the camera zooms out, so you see the whole chapel. And I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys in Roll20 on there. I didn't get an opportunity to make you guys tokens, so we might have to just use markers tonight. But let's see, are you guys on the right view? Yes. And let's switch over to the map focus. Okay, that'll work. And now let's get a little zoom in. Yeah, I'm sorry, I meant to make you guys tokens while I was working today, but the workday got away from me. Okay, so I'm here. Dan is here. You need to be there. Sorry, Zoom is playing tricks on me.
All good, brother.
Dan, you were in the right place. Why'd you move?
Y'all move.
Okay, now you need to be where I am. And Fizzlekins is not anywhere.
Where did I go?
Antonia, there. Is everybody right on the screen? Yes. Okay. I think we're good. Fizzlekins, Janina, Dan, Antonia, me. Okay, awesome. So we are good to go. So actually and then I screwed it up. Sorry, hold on.
Oh my gosh.
You just had it.
I
It's
just
just
had it.
that.
I'm sorry.
I'm
I've-
a pray for you.
I ruined everything. Okay, I think we're back. Dan, Tony. Okay, good. Awesome.
Lucky.
So we will go ahead and use Brian McClure. You don't have a proper token, but that's okay. Can I make these different colors?
Ooh, I hope they're color coded.
Not by
Not letting
default.
me. Oh, this is gonna be a butt.
Too bad I don't have access to my set of tokens unless I'm a DM and roll 20.
Yeah, I guess I could just use some others. Here, hold on.
I got a
That's
full set of tokens.
Brian
Yeah.
McClure. Here we go.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, he's actually a villain from our other game. That'll work though.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Let's
Dan, you should
see.
recognize that guy. That's the guy. That was the mayor that we torched with Moonbeam.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fun.
Oh.
He didn't take any damage. I admitted the damage part of the spell. I was just trying to get rid of his illusionary effect.
Zach, if it's helpful to you, I've just made a quick token and dropped it into my character sheet.
That's perfect. Okay, hold on. That will work. If you want to do the others, I would not be opposed to that.
Yeah, if
And,
people want to send me their images in the chat, I can do them real quick.
Ooh, okay.
Does it? I apologize, everyone. I really did mean to do this earlier today.
I don't expect.
Really sorry.
We had to
super
work
new
today, so
Oh, I'm super new actually to Roll20, so I don't know how to send you my image. I'm so sorry.
I'll
No,
send
you're
it to
good.
you
I've got a
on
copy.
Zoom.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm sending them to you on
Sending it
Discord.
to me on Discord. I see.
Ah,
If you click on the image and then click on the bottom left where it says Open Original, it'll pop it into your web browser.
Yeah, I got you.
And then you got yourself, and then there's Betty. Okay. So we'll have tokens momentarily. Thank you so much, Dan. Dan, the super producer. Okay. So, in the meantime,
I'm sitting in a pew, just reading the Bible,
reading the Holy Bibli.
the Holy Bible.
So you're sitting there reading, and you've got, you're sitting in here, and you're waiting. You're not really waiting for anything, but you're kind of in the middle of your your prayers, and I think part of like McClure's like sort of prayer cycle is it's very basic, like thank you for today. I'd appreciate if I could wake up tomorrow. That'd be really nice. And then maybe some guidance, like if you feel the need to give me a sign, that would be great. But otherwise, I'll just continue to.
And if we're going all the way, a chance to move out of here and go to California would be great. But that's if we're going all the way.
Right. And it's like, you could give me a sign to go down that path so I could get there. That'd be great. In that moment, you and Lola are pierced behind, like your vision is as you zoom out and kind of get like this. Lola's up front in front of the pews dusting, and you're in one of the pews, and in line this door cracks open and the beam of light shines and gets both of you guys. Brian, you feel it. You've got your eyes closed, but you feel the heat on your back in this line. And Lola, you get just kind of it like for a second. It's like right in your eyes.
Oh. I'm just kidding.
As Betty, the doors are way heavier than you thought they would be. You like barely crack one open and then just kind of like squeeze in. Oh, it's phenomenal. So you see this goblin face just.
Hello.
As Betty Latrine pops in, Betty, what do? You've got someone hot on your tail, and you have no idea if they saw you dip in here. Are you muted?
Oh, you're muted.
Ah. Oh no.
There's a secret plan.
There we go.
Yeah. So she's gonna sort of scurry in through the door, then sort of try and kick it shut behind her.
Okay.
With just no respect for church property. And then she's gonna scurry. Lola is closest to her, right?
So if you look on the map, Lola's kind of over here. I haven't gotten her token yet, but she's like up towards the front of the altar.
Got you.
They're all in your Discord, brother.
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect. In that case, actually, what she's going to do is she's going to sort of lock eyes with Brian and sort of give him a bit of a nod. And then she's going to scurry to the left-hand side of the church, and she's going to try and get into an alcove and then pretend she's a gargoyle. just to hide
phenomenal.
in plain sight.
Oh, so
Lola is
you
very
tuck in
good.
over here, that little crack. It's like right there.
So wait,
love
can we review? So you burst into you squeeze in like a cat, like trying to water their way through a door that's too small for them. Just like, and you go, and then run over into the corner as fast as you can, and just go like,
Yeah.
Yeah. If anyone asks, I'm a new ornament.
So Lola's gonna walk over. Just kind of like, I'm sorry, I guess I don't understand.
It might
What
need
are
some
you
dusting.
doing?
Lola's like, is this a Chicago thing?
Yeah, I'm confused.
Antonio, your token is now on the board. You should be able to control it
Thank
while
you.
I get everybody else.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Okay, lovely. So she's kind of run over. Oh, do I click and drag?
Yeah, you click on it, and then you can either hit the
assign it to
arrow
her?
keys.
Is it assigned to her? Click on the gear and make sure it's assigned.
Should be.
Or
Oh, my.
doesn't always happen because I can't move mine right now either.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay.
Have you got the selection tool up on the top left hand side of roll 20, Antonia? Is the arrow in blue?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, guys. Well, she's gonna move to the left hand side of the picture.
Here, try
so-
try that one.
Oh, okay.
Move that.
Oh no.
This is
Oh
interesting.
no. I can't seem to drag her. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'll figure it out.
Select it, click the gear, and check the settings.
Well, it won't let me click edit, which is interesting.
Oh, what?
Well, no. You don't click edit. Go.
Oh,
click on,
I'm an idiot. They're on the maps background. That's why.
Oh,
Oh.
wrong layer.
I'm a dumbass. I was like, I know it's been a while since we played with Roll20, but I'm pretty sure. Okay, now try.
Okay,
Roll
awesome.
20 Things.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, perfect.
Hey.
Lovely. So yes,
We
so
got
she's
there.
she's sort of hidden over here, and she's on the left. So that's where she's sort of hiding in the little alcove, and she's sort of looking at. Just go shh, shh.
Give me 2 seconds, Lola, and you can go over. Oh my God, she's so
It's
big.
huge.
Huge. Oh no.
Now you're
Now
so-
you're long.
Yeah.
Now you're right.
Oh, no, I'm
Ta-da! Okay, now you should be there. Okay, if it's Brian.
Ta-da.
Ta-da!
I can't move myself. Am I on the right layer?
Yeah. Here, try and drag yourself onto the board. Click your name and drag it on there.
Nothing.
What about now?
Nothing.
Click on it.
Nope. Not letting
There
me.
you go. Represents character. You
Wait,
take that.
what?
You just had it up.
I did the same thing with the other ones, though.
Yeah, that needs to be Nina's character.
Okay.
Player.
Go ahead, Nina.
Ah. Okay, so I was up here. I just on over, and I just kind of look. Can I help you?
Sanctuary.
Oh, okay. And then she just literally leaves her alone and goes back to what she's doing.
Fantastic.
Always been a firm believer in the church. Thanking you kindly.
Okay, Josh, can you move you?
Herp.
Okay, cool. You're good. And now we need Charlie.
So has Charlie caught up to this?
Yes. So Charlie, the guy outside of it is like a few paces back. He was so out of breath and like leaning over on his knees that there's like a stone walkway that kind of surrounds the stairs that go up to the church. He didn't see Betty go up and in. He just kind of he was following her, and then he was like and he like kind of leaned over, and that's when she zipped in there. So you saw it, but he did not.
All right, and he's where in relation to the church front door?
He is probably somewhere like over here.
Okay, so about
In the white
10
space
minutes
on-
after.
Yeah.
So Charlie told this guy not to go near the church.
Oh no.
Oh yes. We all see where this is
And-
going.
And here he is by the church, and that's a very sort of strong and sturdy looking stone pillar out there. So I think with him out of breath, I think Charlie's just gonna literally just grab him by the back of the head and just ram him into the side of the church.
Jesus Christ.
Do we hear that?
We're gonna see if you
We'll
hear that
see.
in a second.
Okay.
Depends on how much
Okay.
noise he makes with that fighting shake.
Hold on 1 second. Let me grab a token for this guy. Jesus Christ.
I mean, you may as well just go ahead and just drop a skull and crossbones on the board for him because he's not
Right.
living very long.
I
Take
found
that, Dan.
I found
Rest
a-
your drinking.
I found a thug looking dude with a beard, so we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna make this an opposed strength check. So
Okay.
let's first to see if you can like just like kind of grab him. And he's out of breath, so we'll do this with like a minus. Okay, he rolled a 5, which isn't super great. He rolled a 5
I
both
rolled a
times.
I rolled a
No,
6.
Dan. Yep, and Dan's got a 6, and do your D6 as well.
Yep. Do your D6, see if it explodes.
Nope.
No. Okay.
Got a 6.
So you beat him. You get your hand on his like. I feel like you bouncer him. So you've got like the back of his collar and like his belt. And go ahead and roll a fighting check for me.
Okay.
This guy's about to just spit teeth all over the church.
I tried to
That's a
be nice,
3.
gave him a cigar.
And the D6?
On the D6. A 5.
5. There we
Jesus,
go. Got
fuck.
5.
I did the thing.
Okay,
I did the thing.
so You try to slam him, and he kind of like puts his head down at the last second so that he doesn't go face first into it. But he's still like, there is a dull, even from inside the church, you guys hear like a.
Oh.
And you crunch this guy's head into the concrete. And he's like, first of all, he's dazed. And you have full control over this guy you just thwacked in the head. He is shaken. And in this game, enemies have to be shaken, and then they take wounds. And if they take 3 wounds, they're incapacitated. So you've got this guy shaken. You just slammed his head. What do you say as you freaking just mash this dude?
What I say about that fucking church?
I didn't even know this was a church. You hear from behind you, 2 guys pop up on either side, and they go, "Hey, how's about you let him go?"
Charlie turns round and with him still by the scruff and dazed, just throws him into one of them.
Okay.
And then backs up into the church.
Okay.
If you'll allow me.
Go ahead and do an athletics roll.
Okay.
And I'll do it again as like an opposed athletics as they try to like reach for you.
Oh, I got a 5.
Okay, we're gonna roll.
Oh,
one of those explodes.
Oh, they got a 10.
So it's a 10. Okay. So as you go to move out of the way, you throw him into one of his friends, and the other guy reaches and grabs you by the shoulder and whips you around. It just goes to sock you. And I'm going to roll a fighting check for him real quick.
Okay.
And this is versus your parry, Dan.
Yeah, so what's your parry? Look on your character sheet. It should be in the center row.
It's
under
6.
the derivative stats. 6. Okay, so he beats your parry by 1. So he does get the hit. So I'm going to go ahead and roll damage. Which is 2d6, both of which, so he gets a 4.
What's your toughness?
Yeah, what's your toughness?
7.
Yeah,
okay.
It don't do shit.
So he whips you around, pretty dexterous, but then he goes to punch you, and like, do you like just like? I mean, you could dodge, or you could just like take it on the chin.
He connects by the because toughness means because by the first check means he got hit. The second check was the damage is so low. He's like, eh.
So what do you do? Like you realize you're gonna have to take this punch. It doesn't look like it's gonna hurt, but like, where do you decide to take it?
I think sort of almost like boxer tendencies kick in, reflexes come in, and sort of like try and slightly glance so it like comes in across like the top of the cheek. Maybe sort of like cuts a little bit up in here, of like not into the jaw but into like the cheekbone.
Yeah.
So he catches you here, and you kind of he can feel that it's not connecting. And then you kind of look with his fist still pressed against your face. Roll an intimidate check. Fucking what, mate?
What?
Go ahead and roll an intimidate check for me.
Call that a punch.
Do we hear the scuffle outside?
Oh yeah, no, fucking.
Okay, we're going outside. We're going outside.
Roll another d6 because that one exploded.
Oh my god, explode!
9 on the intimidate.
All 3 of them take a step back from you, and you have free clear, like from you to the church. Just you, like there's nobody in here. They both see you take that punch, and they're like, I mean, this guy's not super strong, but he's not weak. And you just fucking call that a punch, and they're like, what the fuck? Is this guy indestructible?
And he can't do much, but he can do the things he can do very well, I've discovered.
So you guys he like Dan, you like throw open the doors because Betty kicked him shut. So you like kind of open the doors with, and you are currently face to face with the chest of an orc that stands a head taller than you.
Yeah, I think he's sort of like, gents, pleasure, and sort of turns around and just goes, oh fuck, all right.
looks down at you, looks over at the guys. Are those guys rat nosed?
Yes, they are.
So yeah,
Okay.
look,
Lola has her gun out.
No, looks down at Dan, looks up to those guys. Yeah, sidesteps around Dan, starts unbuttoning
Do you say anything to her, or is this just all nonverbal?
nonverbal. It's literally looks in the eyes of the guy in front, looks up, sees right now.
Fucking phenomenal. So you see he unbuttons, rolls up the sleeves, and just kind of steps around. Like he like you push the doors the rest of the way open. And so the church doors are now like facing in. Betty, you see and hear all of this from the other side. Are you still like gargoyle mode, or?
I think yeah, no, she's got a plan and she is sticking with it.
Okay, cool.
100%.
Yeah, no one can see her right now. It's fine.
No.
No one can see her.
So Lola, are you standing behind him, or are you stepping around to like this side?
Around.
Okay.
And
So
then, are these guys looking like freaked out?
yeah.
Okay. So then Lola, brandishing her weapon, is, are y'all here for church? Or are y'all here for trouble?
Go ahead and roll an intimidate check for me.
Which I'm gonna probably fail because I'm very small.
Well, I mean, really, the phrase should have been, "Are you here for church or are you here for a sermon?"
Oh. Let's see for intimidate.
McClure can be like, the preacher's out, but church can be in session.
I'll take your confessions.
Yeah, I super fail because I have a -4.
You can talk to my
So
you can
yes,
talk to
she-
my
she
friends.
failed, but
Truth.
McClure's-
Yeah, they look at it and they're like, with that water pistol? And they kind of like are stifling laughs. This one's truth, this one's justice.
Yeah. So yeah, Brian's like, all right, well then you here for a confessional? I got truth and justice ready for you. I guess I'll do my role.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, this is ridiculous.
Oh, there's my character sheet. I'm like, where did it go?
Multiple monitors.
Multiple monitors. When you pop it out.
Nina sent me a picture the other night, and it was the Jurassic Park thing, and it says your mouse, when you have multiple monitors, it says stay very still, he can't see us.
It works. Let's see, I got a 4.
So I'm gonna roll a spirit check for them, see what happens. The leader kind of goes like, so one of them, the one that tried to punch you, just turns and runs. He's just like, nope, this isn't worth it. Bye. The last guy who did this got a back full of buckshot, may never walk again. Bye. And just runs. The other one kind of is like, come on, you fucking pussies. And he's like, it's just 3 churchgoers. And
I'm extra offended.
And so he kind of like, his friend looks scared, but he kind of like boosts his spirits a little bit. And he's like, yeah, fuck this. We're not going to be put down by you guys, because he explodes. Yeah, so he gets a full 11, and he rolls up his own sleeves and starts to square up and pulls up 2 brass knuckles and just goes, well, fucking come on then.
Well,
I have
take
a
card
question.
then.
Go ahead.
I have a quick. Is Miss Karma seeing this, or is she just sitting in her shop for the LOLs?
That's a good question. Let's roll a notice check.
I love the fact that we have all four of our trios all living in the
Yeah, we have all of our characters around.
Sorry, three of the trios.
So across the
plus
street, across the street from the church is a voodoo, or excuse me, a natural remedy shop. Miss Moon's celestial cures and astral antidotes, and this giant alligator woman is just rocking on her porch like she's in the middle of Mississippi, and goes, "You boys fucked up." And just keeps walking and goes, she goes, "You tell him, girl. South represent." And she just keeps rocking.
You can, baby.
Yeah.
Lola.
That's kind of the attitude. She's like the old grandma. She's just like, "Yeah, show him who you are, babe."
It's a really nice moment of female solidarity.
Yeah.
Just like,
Well, it's funny because her and Lola don't see eye to eye because, of course, she practices like voodoo and Santeria, and of course, Lola's a Catholic. So, she's like, "Ooh, I hear the spirits are saying nice things about you today." And she's like, "I don't need their advice. I got God."
oh.
Yeah, Lola's probably like, "Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this."
Phenomenal. So one of them looks past and goes, one of them looks just over Lola's shoulder because she's so short and goes, "We're not here for you. We're here for your gargoyle friend back there. Just give her to us and we'll be on our way."
She hasn't been dusted yet, so you have to leave.
Don't worry, we'll give her a good dusting.
If I recall, though, the father said, "Y'all ain't welcome on this street."
The bigger one kind of puffs up his chest a little bit with his brass knuckles and goes, "She stole from me. I'm just here to reclaim my property."
I didn't see any stolen property.
Can Betty hear this inside the church?
Yeah.
Sure you can,
Oh
yeah.
no, yeah, they're arguing right outside and the door's fully open.
Can she sort of scuttle up towards the altar?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go for it.
Lovely. And I'm just gonna move her little token. Cool, yeah. So she's gonna scuttle up behind the altar quickly. Oh no. In theory. Oh no, it's not moving.
Okay, hold on a sec. We're gonna try this again. I don't know why it's like, I think yours specifically is doing something funny.
I've got an old laptop, it's struggling. But basically, yeah, she's gonna scuttle up
So you're going
to the
this
other end
way?
of the church. Sorry?
Can you see your token moving?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you're going like this way?
That's it, going up and just quickly behind the altar.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that there's sort of goblets or like chalices up there.
Yeah.
She's gonna take one of the chalices, put the pocket watch in it, and then hide it behind the altar.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Upside down.
Got it.
Oh, yes, it's gonna flip it up, pop the watch underneath. And then she's gonna head back down towards the door.
Okay. So you're coming back down this way.
That's it, yeah. And she's gonna she's gonna then address the rats who are waiting outside. She's like, Hello. I think there's been a terrible, terrible misunderstanding. Since we last met, I found God, and I don't know what's happening. I wouldn't steal nothing from you. Nothing. No, I'm a very, very God fearing person, and yeah, I'm just new to these parts. You know, I think maybe it's an accent thing. I said hello, you heard. Oh, she's nicked something. It happens all the time. Yeah.
Make a persuasion check for me. This is so fucking phenomenal. Like, it's impossible what you're trying to do, but I have to honor it because it's so good. It's so. It's like he saw you steal his pocket watch, and then you tried to be like, "No, I found God." That just didn't happen.
This is fine.
Like, you're literally just gaslighting this guy to his face.
100%.
But you're doing it in such a way that, like, depending on the dice, like, he might just go, yeah, maybe I am nuts.
I got punched in the face earlier.
Explode!
Yeah.
Roll another 6.
Come on.
Roll
Let's
another
get another
D6.
6. You're gonna need
10.
12
Oh
on this.
yeah.
So you
Yeah.
get a that's a success and that's a raise. So this guy looks you in the face and goes, I'll be back tomorrow to get my watch.
Oh, okay. Well,
And one
I
of
hope you
you
find
has
it.
gotta have it. I don't know what's going on here,
Well,
but I'll be back. And
okay,
he goes,
no, that's fine. I just, I also want to say, I won't be offended. Maybe you just saw another goblin and thought it was me. It happens. I won't take offense. Pretty speciesist of you, but yeah.
Yeah, that double talk's not going to work on rat folk. People think the same thing of us.
Well, then you should know better.
I'll keep my eye on you. And the two of them just leave. They just leave. And they're like, they're going to come back. There's probably going to be more of them, but they're gone for now. And they just disappear. So you guys are standing here in the at the front of St. Martini's, and Lola, you're finally looking at this guy, Charlie Bones, and he looks similar to the gentleman that you were supposed to meet.
Like in her head, she's probably in her head, she's like, damn. Okay.
So Brian's like, oh, sorry, you guys. I had to deal with that, and we'll turn around and go back in.
He's like, all right, bye. I mean, Lola is probably just like she's like probably like under her breath being like, oh, Father Mackenzie's not gonna be happy because like that happened and he wasn't here. But then she does address Charlie, and he's just like, howdy, like happy as if nothing has happened.
Charlie, you haven't seen this kind of positivity since your mom kissed you on the forehead and put you on the boat to Chicago.
Right. There's a little glint of that. There's a little like boyishness that comes up in Charlie. He tries to hide it, but like there is like a little bit like, oh, okay.
like she's the size of a child and she's got the energy of a child, and like all of your hardened like scrapper exterior kind of melts a little bit as like you're this little nun of just pure energy of goodness is just staring through you.
This cuteness overload, the adorableness just takes over. He just sort of like stares for a second and gets like this big like childhood smile and is like, forgive me, forgive my lateness. I was dealing with some vermin there. This is St. Martini's, is it not?
Yeah, it is. And yeah, we've been dealing with them a whole lot. But I reckon they'll Well, they said they'll come tomorrow, so I'm not too sure. But we'll deal with them then.
You've been upsetting a lot of people around here, right? The Devil's Alley and the Green Stripes. I heard about your little run-in the other day.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure it says thou shalt not lie in the Bible. Is that right? Never
Oh
read it.
no. Yeah, you're right. And she's just like, yeah, they came in the church and I have a really cool knife now. But yeah, they were not very nice and they didn't even come to church the next day. So it was really not great. I hope they would have changed their minds.
Well, maybe you'll make a believer out of them, yes, that sister.
Yeah.
But there's no doubt you both fight well, including your green fella over there. But you,
Yeah.
you can't do it by yourself, so I'm here to help.
Oh. Can I okay. I imagine she has like a little book. Did Father Mackenzie tell her an idea of what they would be talking about? Because I imagine she'd be like, wait, am I supposed to say yes or no?
When Charlie
Father-
arrives, say.
Yeah.
Father Mackenzie's notes literally say, if he's with the mob, tell him he's got 2 legs and he can walk the fuck out of the church.
Okay, so reading the
if he's a good guy, use your best judgment.
Oh, okay. So she'll probably be like, are you part of the mob or are you a good guy?
Dude, I totally see her. She's holding the book while doing this too, and reading it out loud.
Are you?
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah.
It's like you drew it out like a flow chart for her. Like, if yes, go to bubble 2.
But say, I would not put it past Father Mackenzie to draw it out like a
Exactly.
That's amazing. Charlie says, no, I'm not with the mob, love. Listen to my voice. I'm from overseas. My family are in business over in England. In the wine business, as it happens. And I hear the church gets certain privilege when it comes to wine. Am I right?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Wait. She goes back to Brian very quickly. Hey, he says he's a good guy. Do you think he's a good guy? Just a second opinion.
He's not a rat.
Yeah.
That's all I can say about that.
You guys can follow her back in like the minute Charlie knows that he probably shouldn't be talking about this at the edge of the church. So it's kind of like a can we come in sort of a thing, because the minute you start talking about wine, I mean, just the sale of alcohol or the possession of it is illegal. So it's kind of like maybe we should go inside. Are either one of you guys gonna regard Betty?
No, I think as they walk in to go and have that powwow, I take a step inside the church and sort of I turn to Betty and go, they always like this.
Well, it does take some getting used to. There's all kinds of things which I've noticed, like they're driving wrong. Got to watch out for that. But I mean, I've met them all of about 5 minutes ago, and they let me be the gargoyle, so they're all right in my books. Yeah.
You did make an excellent gargoyle. To be fair, I was very fooled.
Oh, well, thank you. I do consider myself a little bit of a connoisseur when it comes to the art of disguise. So, thank you kindly, Mister.
Charlie, you notice.
Yeah.
You notice just underneath, when Betty was doing her gargoyle thing, her sleeves rolled up a little bit, and you notice like male suit cufflinks, and you're not sure what that's about, but you see that
Okay.
worn under this like long like jumper.
It's very subtly but very deliberately. Charlie like does the button up on his coat, so it sort of like pushes all of his pockets flat.
Okay.
But just in like a very sort of, you know, just like a almost like a practice gesture, sort of does it. Just does the top button on his duster up, but it very much sort of pushes all of the pockets that he has closed, because he's sort of seen this kind of behavior before.
Oh, got quite full pockets there, mister. Well, yeah, suddenly I have become very overcome with the Holy Spirit and whatnot, and I'm just going to go visit the altar. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. And she's just going to sort of back away, kind of awkwardly curtsying every sort of 4 steps or something. And then she's going to scurry to the back of the altar.
I love all of this. So
That is great.
she makes her way back. I'll go ahead and move her up. So Betty makes her way back straight up the center this time. There's like nothing to stop you, and you go up behind the altar. You scurry past Lola and Brian, and you hear Lola go, "Do you think he's a good guy?"
Well, between you and me, sister, I noticed he's potentially got some things in his pockets. Not necessarily stuff that's worth pinching, but you know, you might. I wouldn't cross him, is what I'd say.
So he's a bad guy?
Well, he is British, so I'm inclined to think. Well, I'll put this plainly, miss. Right? He didn't try to stamp on me or nothing, and where I'm from, that's actually very decent behaviour. So, you know, I think he's all right so far. I mean, he did chase me with the other guy earlier, but then again, you know, I do put that down to just my raw sex appeal.
Lola's just kind of nods and like,
Okay,
kind of like
little
you
miss.
can tell she's further confused, but like, okay, like I don't get it, but okay.
I think Betty feels like she's just had a proper kind of girly conversation. They're on the same level. She knows what it's like.
This is girl talk for her. She's like, yeah, that went like Betty comes away going, that went well. I think that went really well.
Yeah.
So Charlie, I
Tell
guess
your kid that.
you kind of close the doors behind you and make your way further into the church.
Well,
Do you have control of your
before he can make his way further into the church, I will look back at Lola going, "Oh, he's British, eh? Yeah, I don't trust him.
Oh no, no.
Irish,
Lola.
mainland British."
No. Lola's now stuck.
Lola is shook.
Yeah, Lola is shaken. I think at this point, though, while
Those weren't
I
good times
imagine
between the two.
Well, I imagine he's coming further into the church. She's like in her little
Yes,
book,
he's
has like a little pen, like, okay, did he help? Yes. He's British. Bad?
With a question mark. Like,
Yeah.
I imagine that Lola writes in like Magic 8-Ball, so it's like British. Come back to that. Like,
Come back, yeah.
Must ask later.
Yeah.
It's like, well, Brian will be giving him the hard eyes the entire time. And yeah, for Brian, at least for you, Dan, so you know, his accent has been weathered due to the fact he was raised in the United States. So that's why I'm terrible at an Irish accent, and B,
Yeah, I told him it probably was best if we didn't do Irish, just because Rob's watching.
I mean, everyone else tried during the pirate session. We've had several terrible Irish accents in the
No.
last week. We invite all terrible accents here.
I only know when it comes to an Irish accent, I only know like 100%. I can't do like the halfway. Like it's either got to be like, oh yeah, spot of tea and let's go dance, and like that's like it's got to be that because I can't do it half-assed.
Love it.
Brilliant.
But yeah, so I just say it's whether due to the fact he was raised in the States.
Yeah, I wonder if I can still detect a bit of that in there, whether it's in sort
probably
of like
could, especially if your characters from full Britain, then yeah, I can detect it. I just won't.
yeah.
I feel
Right,
like
like
it's probably something that like it might not even be in the accent. It might just be in the slang. Like like you approach him. And
I will use boyo a couple times.
Yeah, like hey, 6 feet boyo, like, and like all of a sudden you hear it a little bit.
It's like the slang and the stink eye, like Charlie Stone.
Right.
Oh yeah, you're getting the stink eye from here on out because of
Yeah.
Charlie, I bet like with your experience, you just kind of go, "Yep, smells like Dublin."
I think it's a very practiced look that he's been given a few times, sort of being around the docks and sort of and is trying his hardest to sort of keep his composure. He's here for business and is trying just to focus on the task at hand, but is acutely aware that he's being sort of like stared a hole through.
So you catch up to them. You kind of approach the pews. At I'd say a safe distance. Okay, you've got control of your token. Perfect. I'll let you do the thing. So you catch up, and Lola, you kind of feel you hear the click clack of his nicely polished shoes kind of come up behind you, and you realize that he's now like right there.
Okay. Well, I mean, she's not scared. She just turns around and it's just like, okay, if you promise you're good, which I'm a little confused, but and she kind of closes her book and it's just like, so you said you're here to help.
That's right. Myself and my family will provide protection for you and the churchgoers. We'll help with your fights. And will generally provide an ally from across the water.
Well, I mean, the last time I heard a similar thing, I had a knife in my face. So, I mean, so far, so good.
I come with no life, love. Don't you worry. But it's in the interest of trust. And he reaches out and sort of pulls out his gun and just goes and places it in the pew opposite and steps back.
When he does that, can Betty go, do you still want that?
Has Betty retrieved her watch?
Of
Betty's gone and got her watch now, so she's just sort of keeping an eye.
I'll go ahead and I'll bring her back to the group then. So she's like, you're sitting in the pew, like kind of catty corner from them.
Okay, yeah.
If you look on the map. And so he puts his gun down here, and you're just kind of like sat backwards in the pew, like with your knees kind of like looking over. You still want that?
Yes, I still want that. Alone.
All right, I just asked.
The priest, like the understudy priest, has come out of the back, having heard none of what's gone on, and he just kind of comes up to, oh, the flock grows. Isn't this nice? And he comes over and he like kind of like stumbles over himself in his words, and he's like, my name's Father O'Malley. It's very nice. Welcome to St. Martini's. Lola, have you introduced yourself? Have we exchanged names? Who are these people?
Can Lola give kind of like that kind of face? Like
a resting bitch face?
Oh.
Go for it.
Yeah, like, I mean, we're talking. We're making we're making friends and making allies. Like, what do you mean if I've introduced myself?
Wonderful. Who are these people? Like he's like trying to get you to introduce them.
I'm I'm gonna let them introduce themselves.
Because you guys have not exchanged names yet.
It's just like,
Right? Yeah.
He turns to Betty first because you're the closest to him, and he goes,
Well, and the most chipper looking too, obviously.
right, of course,
Yeah.
absolutely.
the babe.
He goes, Ma'am, you are you here seeking God's wisdom?
For the moment, yeah. Am I in trouble?
No. Well, we're all in trouble, but that's why we come here, for forgiveness.
Oh, all right. Well, that's good to know. I might have a couple of bits to talk to you about later. My name is Betty Latrine, known to my friends as Betty Poop. And
Lola just tilt her head after hearing that.
very pleased
Well,
to
makes
make your
sense.
acquaintance, Father, Mr. Priest.
My name's Father O'Malley. It's very nice to meet you, Betty. And he goes,
Thank you.
What brings, and then he turns to regard you, Charlie, and he goes, he looks, he nods to Brian. He's like, good to see you today, Mr. McClure. Sister Grace, Sister Shepherd. And then he says, and you, sir, how can we help you today? Do you come seeking forgiveness, absolution, redemption? We have all of these things.
And Charlie's just finished putting his gun back in his holster, with Betty distracted in the conversation. Yeah, word of my manners. My name is Charlie Bones, associate of the Spring family, and we're here for spot of business with your fine associate here.
He goes, "Oh, well, it's lovely to meet you." And he reaches out and shakes your hand. You tell he has kind of a weak grip. Like, I feel like you probably give him like a really strong grip, and like he winces because he's like not expecting it. He's very petite and like and he like tries to match your grip strength and just fails. And so he
holding some uncooked mince in your hand.
Right. he all but like if he turned about 30 degrees would be giving you the like sock in a cup handshake. But he's not fully turned over. He's just like, yeah, very, very nice to meet you. And he goes, you mentioned a family. Your accent, you're from overseas?
Yes, we're from England. Yes, the Spring family. Legitimate business family of the Midlands, yes.
Ah, yes, legitimate.
That's right. Legitimate.
I mean, it all sounds pretty above board to me, yeah.
So he goes, yeah, the father mentioned something about cask makers, like the European United Cask Makers. Must be a spot of business, hurting a bit since the prohibition here in the Americas.
Yes, the profits were down somewhat, but fortunately, one of our men had a lovely Frenchman out in Alsace during the war. He told us all about religious endorsements of wineries.
Oh. You see, literally, if there was a hamster wheel running in this guy's head, it just, all of a sudden, the hamster stopped for a second and then started running really fast again. As it was like, and he goes, "Oh, I'm not good at these conversations." Sister Shepherd, Mr. McClure, I think you have the church's best interests at heart. I'm going to do what Father Mackenzie always tells me to do and go in the back and pretend I didn't hear any of this. Farewell.
That's a very good idea. Go in the back.
Farewell and go with God. He does like a up, down, left, right, like the Catholic. and just like starts like walking away, chanting like, "Oh man, no."
Okay. When he gets far enough, she's just gonna be like,
still don't know why you two keep on trying to push me up to lead or anything. I don't want to be a deacon. I keep telling them that.
but you're so good at it. I imagine though, when once he's out of earshot, she's just like, I am so sorry. Like she's kind of like embarrassed for the church.
You not tell him anything? Is he not trustworthy with this kind of business?
No, you know, not all the lights are there. You know, like
Right.
how they say, like, yeah, just, he's good. That's all that matters in the eyes of God. But you know,
In
other
the
than
days of
that,
electricity here, he's still burning a candle.
yeah.
I understand.
Charlie, I think you're now going through like your Rolodex in your head. You're like, yeah, I work with some of those fucking people.
Yeah. Right. Yes. All right.
There's a
yeah,
reason
I
that you're the one
understand.
they sent to America.
Yeah. Thankfully, I seem to be talking to the at least two of your organisation that are running on electricity. Is that right?
Yes.
Sounds like quite a
Well-
high-tech place, this.
I mean, and then she just kind of like, no, wait, don't get distracted. She's like, yeah. But she's like, yeah, we could definitely use some help. You know, we can hold our own. But with the rat tails, we have encountered a couple of the guys, and you know, just a couple of them is not too bad, but it sounds like there's a lot of them. And then there's like some sort of, and she kind of like thinks about it, and it's like stinky cheese, big cheese, some
When
bigger
she's-
guy.
when she says that there's a lot of them, Betty, in your mind, you're thinking of something that your father told you before you left England, which is like, we're proud toilet cleaners, but we know that where there's one rat, there's a shitload of them. And you've cleaned out enough toilets that had rat droppings in them to know that rats tend to nest. And so if these guys are doing any of the same thing that real rats do, like the tiny ones, this is you know, this could be a couple, it could be an infestation. So
Right.
this is just going through your head.
So, do they keep sort of popping up in the church and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, not just in the church, but like in the street, like they.
Have
Yeah.
Have you considered a very, very large mousetrap?
She kind of like, oh, where do you get those?
Truthfully, I didn't really think that plan through, but sure we could cobble one together because they could be quite
Well,
efficient.
the gentleman out behind was a little bit was threatening me with a giant rat trap before I caved his face into the side of your building.
Well, there you go. So they know it's
Maybe you've got
effective
one.
already. So either we go with that plan, or we just get lots of him with lots of street corners.
The way she thinks. It's unorthodox, but it might just work.
Well, thank you, thank you.
I think there's
Yeah.
like a genuine
More
like,
street
warming
corners.
to
We could probably send them unknowingly into Devil's Alley territory. Let them sort it out.
You guys know, both Lola and Brian would know that the Devil's Alley and the Green Stripes are just so far away from you guys that because you guys give them a barrel every once in a while, they just kind of leave Bridgeport alone. But you also know that Father Mac was a Devil's Alley member a long, long time ago. And so if these guys are gonna come back in force tomorrow, you could maybe have someone here to meet them.
We have multiple strings for that. I'm just trying to send the infestation elsewhere. Where a real exterminator would.
You definitely could. I'm just saying, if you guys needed a couple extra bodies, like that comes to mind. It's like, Father Mac always said, I don't like those people, but if I need them, I'll use them as tools of God.
Does she have any knowledge as to who to talk to, though? I imagine he handles all of that.
So you know that there's a speakeasy called the Flaming Skirt up over off of 15th that is outside of your neighborhood. But you know that there's a guy who runs it, who's a tiefling, who's somewhat high up, named Marvin Flametongue, and you could go talk to him.
Did the father leave behind the HH business card?
He did.
Oh, yeah.
There's always
We can
that.
also...
There's that as well.
Is my sister part of them or associated? Because he dies.
Sorry, excuse me. Excuse me. You have no idea. Your sister's never talked about the Heavenly Harlots. But she, what she does at the club, she doesn't really talk to you about because you don't like to hear about it.
Very good.
Because of your conflicting ideologies.
Okay. Is there a number on that card? Like, is it like a physical business card?
Yeah, it's the manager's card.
We have a telephone here.
her name's Donna Valentina. She's the one who gave you the business card.
Oh. So I'm gonna call her. I don't know where there's a phone here. I don't even know if we have a phone in my little dingy apartment.
But I mean, if not the church, best bet would be the general store.
I'm gonna go there then.
Okay.
Can I make a call now?
Go for it.
You're just gonna leave Charlie and Betty alone. Just
yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah. She's just like, I've thought of something, and doesn't say what. Just starts heading out.
Okay. So wait, Brian, you're the one with the card, and she left.
Wait, give me the card. Why would way? Why?
I was wondering if it was left
You
behind.
didn't say anything.
Oh, I figured that we. Okay, I go find the card then. Apologies. And then I'll go to the general store.
So basically, like, oh, hold on, you're under the door of the church. You go to wait. Yeah.
Oh wait, I forgot.
So you guys just see her run all over the place, and what is your reaction to all this insanity?
Ignore what she's doing. Be like, man, we don't really need protection. We've got several, vested interests in the area. Totally ignoring the fact that Lola's just been running back.
You've just picked up the conversation.
Yeah.
And tried to
she dropped it. I'm like, well, someone's got to pick this up.
Yeah.
And Dan, you remember that before you left, that your bosses, Perry Lefebvre, was like, this man, he was part of the mob many years ago. Do not try to sell him on our services from a combat perspective. Money is where his thinking is. The church, they are poor. They live in the poor part of the city. Think green. That's how we get them.
We literally got $5 the last session. I think we're rolling in dough right now.
Well, the protection is only a first step in the business relationship. The idea long term is profit.
From what?
If the church was sponsored our little endeavor, our idea is to build a winery in this district with your endorsement. We ship it all around the world, and we give you a cut.
Brian's sitting going, crap.
I
When do you need
still
an
don't
answer
like
by?
you.
Well, no. He's like, crap. I can't really answer on this. It's on my place. When do you need an answer by?
Well, how about this, right? I'll hang around, help you out what you need. We'll establish a little rapport first, and then you can give me an answer just when you like.
And you would also know, Dan, that this isn't Father Mackenzie. Father Mackenzie's in his 50s. He's got gray,
He's
white
human.
hair. Yeah, he's human. So you know that
And
you're
would
talking
probably
to
generally be wearing the priest's habit and all that right now, not these work clothes.
This is a pure will spinning exercise by Charlie to be like, all right, sweet. The person who's actually going to give me a straight answer isn't here, so we're gonna keep a night. We're gonna play nice. We're gonna keep this ball in the air. Maybe deal with a few small skirmishes in the way, and then close this deal when Father Mackenzie gets back from his constitutional.
Fantastic.
Damn you, John, for putting this on my plate.
Listen, no
Anyways,
need to answer now. No need to answer now. This takes time. It takes time to establish relationships. But well, you seem to have a rat problem. I'm happy to help. What say you, Betty? Want to shoot some rats?
Fine.
How big are the rats? Quite big.
Bigger than
The
you.
ones that were chasing you.
They were quite big. Well, what time of day is it actually?
It's probably about like 7:30, like the sun's like setting right about now.
Are we thinking more of like a nighttime endeavor?
Hey, what say you? You're the locals.
Well, I'm definitely down, or especially when I'm off work.
I mean,
we have service tomorrow, so we can't really. We have obligation. We have obligations.
I mean, it's up to you guys. Here's the thing: if they come back during service, that would be a problem.
Yeah,
but they're only going to come back if the two guys that just left make it back and tell their boss. Because again, there's no phones. Everything's traveling by word of mouth right now. And right now, the only reason that they're going to come back and fuck with y'all is walking away.
Well, so far, it seems they've had like a 15-30 minute head start, though.
Yeah. But this is also your neighborhood.
I'm making the call. I'm getting back up.
Okay. So you we'll cut to across the street. You're making this phone call.
All right, well, there you go, love. There's the cart.
Yay!
So you're across the street making this phone call, and you're calling sorry, excuse me, Donna. She picks up the phone and she goes, hello? This is Donna Valentina over at the Dapper Dame.
Hi, Donna. This is Sister Lola.
Oh, hey! You're Vivi's sister from the other night.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, how can I help you?
So we have quite the rat problem right now, and I'm hoping with some assistance we can take care of that before tomorrow's service.
Oh, you mean the assholes that shot up my club?
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
They're walking past it right now. They're headed your way.
Oh. No? Is it a lot of them?
It's about 5 or 6. Most of them carrying heat.
Oh. Can you... I know it's asking a lot, but I feel that you saw how good we were, and I think you would maybe like to help us.
She's like, sure. Stay alive for the next hour, and I'll send 3 of my girls by with Tommy guns.
Oh. She's like, okay.
I would recommend putting a pew in front of the front door.
And she's kind of like on the phone, like thinking like, but I just cleaned all of those.
Just clean them.
I really don't want to. But
She goes, okay, sweetie, I gotta go. Love you. Don't get turned into Swiss cheese, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
And like she like cocks the phone like it doesn't go all the way down on the receiver, and you hear her stand up and go, okay, girls, let's go. We got a rat problem. Get the shotguns, get the Tommy guns. We gotta roll.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Well,
so
I guess you have to hurry up and run across back to the street to get to the church.
I was going to say before I go, can I stop by Karma Moon's shop? Is she still there? Is her shop open?
She's moved inside, and you smell fresh beignets cooking.
So I imagine she kind of goes in, slightly terrified because she just is scared of what to touch or not touch, and she just
there's like shrunken heads like right in your face.
Yeah, she's. So she's just like, Miss Moon.
She leans out of the kitchen. She goes, yes, darling.
So I know that like you're pretty powerful, and she's just kind of like, how do I say this and not offend her, because I don't believe anything she does. And she's just like, we have a rat problem. I mean, it would be nice if you help, but if not, I do understand you're older. I just wouldn't want you to be outside like you were earlier.
Wow.
Darling, are you trying to ask for a charm?
And she's just like, am I?
Look, all I'm saying is pitter patter, let's get at her. I mean, tell me what's going on.
Okay, then she just relays basically everything that she had said to Donna.
I love that phrase.
She goes, okay, I understand what you're saying. Look, these rats, they think they're the cock of the walk, but you know that they ain't nothing in our neighborhood. So look, hold on a sec. She turns around, and her parrot, she holds up a deck of tarot cards, and her parrot pulls the 5 of swords, and she goes, 5 of these guys coming up the street ain't nothing but a thing. Look, she goes in and she reaches into a nearby jar and pulls out 5 pickled cherries that look like they've swollen up. They're like twice the size of like a regular cherry. And she goes, look, you just throw these towards those boys, and you'll have a bang of a good time. You know what I'm saying?
She's very confused. She's just like, oh,
love
okay.
you. Run along now. I gotta make sure these beignets don't burn. Ta-ta.
Okay, then she goes back to the church looking completely confused by that interaction.
As you're running across the street, roll a notice check for me.
No. I don't think my notice check is really good either.
Hey, the D6 can always go for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. 5.
There you go. You see the 5 guys coming up the street, and they're like locking and loading. They're like 3 blocks away. So they're still at a distance, but yeah, they're almost there.
Okay, so she runs in, slams the doors closed, and makes direct eye contact with Brian. Is like, I need these pews against the door.
I guess I'll turn to Charlie. You heard the little lady?
So you guys have 2 options. You can either put the pews against the door to barricade. There's not really any windows. Or you could open the doors facing out towards the street, and then you could put the pews up as cover.
I also say we have an hour before we get help. And I have these. I don't know.
Oh, dear. I think Charlie knows exactly what they are, and the first time you've ever seen him scared, just steps out like, whoa, shit. Just careful where you're waving them.
Like, okay.
So
how do you want to defend your house?
I mean, you guys have three options. You can either barricade up, you can set up like a barricade in the front, or you can meet him in the street.
Well, I'm not Spanish, but porque no dos, no los dos. God damn, I told you about Spanish. Porque
You
no
aren't
los
Spanish,
dos.
are you?
No, he's from Ireland.
Why not both? Barricade the door, and I'm sure Father McKenzie's got a door around back.
That's true. You guys could definitely sneak around back. So is that the plan? You're gonna barricade the door here. I'll go ahead and draw it on the. So you're gonna just barricade the door here, and then go out the back door.
Yeah.
Out back, try and get the jump on him.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like this
I
plan.
mean, we could pincer it. We could go out and round.
Split to
Oh,
both
yeah.
sides.
You definitely could.
Mm.
You got exactly 4 people.
Okay.
Oh no, I'll leave the kid in the father's study.
Just
Actually, probably not a good idea. She'll take everything, won't she? What I'm saying this out loud.
Oh no, dude.
Oh, like right in front of Betty.
She'll take
Yeah, well, I'm like, yeah,
everything.
we should leave the kid in the father's study. Stay safe. We don't want her in a good fight. Actually, no, she'll probably take everything the father has, won't she?
Yeah.
She's kind of muttering to herself, like, damn it, he knows me quite well.
Fantastic. So I'm gonna say you guys kind of execute this plan. And everybody roll a group stealth check for me.
All right. I should put a point in stealth, so I don't have a minus.
Yeah.
But, it's a natural one, so you don't have a minus. That's what it is. Never mind. I didn't put a point in it.
So what are the teams, by the way? Who's the 2 and 2s?
I got myself a 2.
A Team UK. Or do you want to mix and match?
Oh,
Do you want to keep an eye on us?
Yeah.
I think I'll go to Charlie just because he's the only one that reacted to the things that Karma Moon gave her, and she's like, I don't know how to use this, so I'm gonna go with you.
Okay, and then Brian's keeping an eye on Betty. I like that. Okay, so Betty, you exploded.
Yeah.
And then did your 8 explode? Your 8 exploded.
Oh,
God
it
damn.
did.
So you
Wow.
got
Again.
8. You got a 16. So you
You're invisible now.
basically, yeah. As you sneak around, like for a second, you guys are pressed against the wall on these outsides of the church where there's these little like stone, like they jut out, like the wall juts out, and you guys are standing behind there. And Brian, you go to look around as they start to approach the front of the church, and Betty reaches up and grabs you like by the belt and pulls you back in as one of them almost sees you, but she stops you from being seen. She's like, on the other hand, let's see, Lola exploded as well, and got a 7 total. Awesome. So you got a success. And then where's Charlie's rolls?
He is right
Okay,
above
so he got a 5. So you guys both succeed. You hear them like banging on the door, and like one of the guys, it almost sounds like he threw his shoulder out, like trying to ram it. Like he's just like, "Ugh, let us in. We don't get pushed around." And yeah, so they're all kind of congregating up here. Here, let me go back and grab my.
Still got
My
me,
sh-
by the
my
way,
shit
because my
bag
Wi-Fi
token.
just came out.
What
We're
happened?
good. We got you.
Yeah, we still got you.
Oh, sweet. Sort of
Zoom has an auto reconnect function, and it'll include you back in.
Nice.
So are they basically they're banging on the front doors and we're sort of sneaking off round the back?
Yeah, and they have absolutely no idea you're there yet.
Awesome.
So you guys kind of have like up until this point, once you round that corner, they're gonna see you. But you guys have, once you pop around that corner, like we haven't even rolled initiative yet. We're gonna see what happens. So you guys go ahead and do your thing. But yeah, because it's a surprise round, just tell me who wants to go first and what you want to do.
It's like, well, I'll be like, Lily, you just stay right there. Be safe. I still think she's a kid, so it's like,
Yeah, that's right. You have no idea she's a full-grown woman.
He's like, child, stay behind.
Yeah, just stay behind me. Apparently, you run up anyways. I listen. They got guns.
She's a wee baby. Okay, so who's up first? Has Betty haven't had enough of being treated like a kid?
I feel, yeah, exactly. I think it'll be funnier, if Betty runs in first and I run after her, going, "Don't do that." So so no matter what, I'll let you go first. just for that.
I think are there the columns basically on the outside of the church?
Right. Yeah. So like these here, like kind of jut out. So as you come around them, like you would stand here and you could like peek and see them.
Okay, cool. Because obviously she had a massive, like a really high stealth roll. I'm wondering if she can scuttle and sort of climb up one of the columns.
Yeah, if you want to.
She's got.
You want to go ahead and roll an athletics check and like try to get the drop on him and like scurry up. You could like even do it from back here. Go for it.
Yeah. So yeah, she's 100% ignoring Brian. She's gonna scuttle up there.
No interest in your shenanigans.
Cool. So I actually get +1 athletics when I'm climbing.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah. I think she probably took the same thing you did, Lola.
Yeah.
Parkour kids.
Parkour.
Parkour.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Bam, that's a success. So you like at first, like you start to like scurry up and you kind of slide down a little bit, but then you like scurry up all the way to the top of the column. And Brian, you watch her do this and somehow make no sound.
she's kind of up there.
Hide up there.
But she's kind of up there and she just gives him a big like.
So I'm gonna put you up here. You're like on top of the column, and again you've done this silently. No one sees you, so you are again free to do whatever you want. If you want to throw a knife, or if you want to just stay up there.
She's gonna make an attack. She has a couple of throwing knives on her.
Okay. A couple.
Just a couple.
Just that many.
Before she does anything, do I see that from where I am?
Nope.
No, you wouldn't be able to see it unless you peeked around the corner.
No,
ain't nobody saw her do that.
That's true.
You couldn't see her, and she didn't make a sound. Like she straight up went ninja mode.
Okay.
So yeah, she's gonna go. She's basically gonna like hitch up her skirts, and stuffed inside her stockings, she's just got lots of throwing knives. Some of them are actual knives. Some of them are clearly kind of silver cutlery that she's stolen.
Yeah, she like has steak knives and stuff.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, and she's
one of them's not a knife; it's just a carving fork.
What's it? Don't throw the cleaver. It's very.
Yeah, and she's gonna go. How many can I go for at once?
So here's the thing: in Deadlands or in Savage Worlds, you can make as many actions as you want, but all of them take penalties. Okay, so you use your move action, that doesn't count. But if you wanted to throw 3 knives, that's fine. You're just gonna take a -6.
Yep.
Because each
Yeah.
one of
Now-
each stacking one costs a -2.
Since it's the first time that the rate of fire is introduced, I mean, for throwing knives, obviously the rate of fire is 1. So therefore, you can make 1 attack per action. Sometimes you'll get guns, like Tommy guns in particular, that have a rate of fire higher than 1. For
Yes.
those, is you can shoot up to that many number of targets as your rate of fire with 1 shooting attack.
Okay, cool. In that case, she is going to aim actually for. You can see. So one of the rats basically on the far left, so sort of the other side from where she is. Actually, no, sorry, no. She's going to go for the one at the back.
Yeah,
and she's just
this
going
is
to go
the guy,
for
the one I just marked with a purple circle. He's the one from earlier, who said we'll
Okay,
be
cool.
back tomorrow.
Yeah, she's going to go for him. It's got personal, and and she's
is.
she's going to throw a throwing knife at him.
Okay.
Thunk.
Yeah, go ahead. So your throwing knife is going to be, you roll your strength.
Well, the attack is based off athletics, so you roll athletics.
Oh,
to
okay.
hit.
Sorry. Yeah, that's right. Athletics to hit.
I thought it's to hit. Okay, and that's also with the D6 as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Correct. Every
Lovely.
roll except for damage has the Joker die.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Freaking Lester Havarti.
But say, unless you're considered a mook, if you're a mook, you don't get the Joker die.
Got you.
Yeah, mooks are like NPCs. You guys are all considered. They call you in the book wild cards.
Yeah.
Ah.
So you want to spend a Benny going into combat?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you know what?
Sign
Yeah,
up.
let's do it. Let's do it. I'm spending a Benny.
Okay. Good.
Lovely. So go again.
Both rolls.
Ooh, does that work?
Get the D6 in there too. There we go.
There's a hit.
Nice. Yes.
Okay,
Benny
so
well
you've got a
spent.
hit. You've got a hit. No raises yet. I'm just getting everybody's bennies out.
How many do we get bennies each?
Yeah,
Yes,
everyone has
everybody-
3 bennies
Everybody
except for
has 3
Nina
bennies.
because she has.
I have
except for Nina,
4.
she has 4 because she has lucky.
Oh, that's a good trait.
Yeah.
I'm giving everybody's fucking been having me laugh so much in roleplay. I'm giving you all an extra Benny right now.
Oh.
nice.
Like, I get
So-
an extra penny.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get 5.
Yay!
Freaking Lola is extra over here.
So Betty Poop is black chips, even though you guys can't see the color.
Colors. Yeah.
So you've spent your extra 4 Benny, and you've hit. So go ahead and roll damage with your throwing knives.
Which will be your strength your strength die plus shoot, what was the knife?
I think the knives were either a D4 or a D6.
It's a yeah. I've got a D4 plus 6 on it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because of your strength. That makes sense. So go ahead and roll that. Explode! Go
Woo!
again.
Yes, damage can explode.
Nice.
You've got an 18 for damage.
No. It added the 6 again. It's a.
Oh, it added the 6.
10
I'm
plus
sorry, you're
2.
right.
Oh, sorry.
It's
Sorry,
a
that's my
12.
bad.
No,
No
that's
worries.
fine. It's a 12.
Still a lot.
12.
Still a lot.
So you take your throwing knife, and do you say anything to reveal yourself? I mean, they're gonna know now, I assume. But you just chuck this throwing knife. Are you gonna say anything? Do anything? Are you thinking anything?
Basically, no, I can't. She's climbing. This would be too impossible. No, literally, she just tucks it, and then just literally under her breath, it's like, "I did take it. Sorry."
she's like having her own confessional, like in her head, like, sorry.
Church is getting to me.
Yeah, no, it's your strength. You get the strength. It's a strength die plus the D4 die. So it should have been strength is plus a D4.
You nail this guy right in his gut, with your throwing knife, and it's so like sudden and out of nowhere, and he is shaken immediately, and then you took 2 raises on top of that. He immediately takes 2 wounds and starts to bleed.
Oh man, he has no toughness. Love it.
So yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of other skills. Toughness is not one of them. This guy's justice comes out of the end of a gun, or his confidence comes out of the end of a gun. He is not tough. So Thogunk. You just nail this dude with an exploding roll. Okay, who's up next?
I'll probably run last on surprise if Lola
Okay,
and Charlie
go
wanna
for it. Charlie, how you feeling? Lola, who wants to go?
Question.
Answer.
So, okay. So what she technically has, are they like bombs, I guess?
You probably
She
legit have cherry
said
bombs.
they'll give you a bang.
I just don't want to. I don't want to break my church and then get in trouble with Father
throw it at the guy in the
McKenzie.
back.
Would Charlie know what they are in terms of whether them being a bit of a firecracker or whether them being like a frag grenade?
Yeah.
Charlie, do you have anything in the area of arcane?
Arcane. No, untrained in arcane.
Roll me an untrained arcane check if you want to see what they are. And Lola, roll me also an untrained arcane because you're trained in faith, but this is not faith.
Okay, so then it's what, a 4?
Well, Dan exploded.
I explode.
Yeah, so you got an 8. Dan.
Dan got a
Lola
3.
exploded. Wait, what?
It's untrained is -2, so you have the 5 -2.
Yeah, so
Got
I
it,
got a 3,
okay.
But then I rolled a d6 and got a 4.
Yep,
rolled
which will
my
be a
joker.
2.
Right, so-
Go ahead and roll a. Looks like all of those are actually fails because of the -2 for untrained.
Womp womp.
So I'll say this: while you don't know what they are, you're from kind of the poorer areas of Europe. You're familiar with gypsies, and they claim to be magic, and you've seen things you can't explain. And these vinegar cherries smell like hell. Like, you don't think they're gonna taste very good. But you also get the feeling that they're not just cherries.
All right. I might grab one of those if that's okay. I'll just grab one.
I will. If you make a motion for it, she'll give you one.
All right. Yeah. I just hold my hand out and I'm just gonna pocket it, and I'm just gonna reach through and just shoot the guy in the back. The guy with the purple thing.
Okay, so you're coming around the corner.
Yeah. I'm just gonna pocket that in. Yeah. Come around. Just lean out and just catch him in the back.
Go for it.
So I'm rolling a shooting, right?
Yep.
Which for me is a D8.
And see, that's what I was waiting for. Because a knife is silent. I plan on being silent, but a gunshot, that draws attention.
So I got a 6.
Get my dance
And
jazz
then-
going.
My damage. How do I roll damage on this? just
What's
hit
the
the
damage to the
weapon?
gun?
Strength +2. No,
For the gun?
hang on.
Oh, he doesn't have strength. It just has the. It should be. What gun is it?
So it's shooting +2. Sorry.
No,
It's a
what-
Glock.
No, what's the gun that you're shooting?
A Glock 9mm.
Glock 9mm. Roll 2d6.
Yeah, there you go.
You do 2d6 worth of damage.
Explosion.
That explode.
Yep. Go again.
So 9.
So you roll 9. So you pop this dude, and where are you? Are you aiming to kill, or are you just trying to like put one in this guy's knee or his shoulder and have him learn his lesson?
Oh no, Charlie Bones only shoots to kill.
Okay.
Ooh,
This
he's
guy.
bloodthirsty. You remember?
Ooh.
That's right. This guy looks to his left. Pop. Hole. Right through. Brain matter. Falls. Dead. Just straight up. This guy just took a knife. His friends turned around and were like, huh? Pop. And 2 of them are wearing
Oh.
his face.
Whoa.
I'm really sorry. When you first started doing that, I thought you meant that the guy got shot in the head and then just started slow clapping. And I was like, what, dude?
Can you imagine?
That's
that's
not actually
gruesome.
something that couldn't happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Just
this is-
not in this context. So these 4 grunts, I'm gonna say one of them just turns and fucks off because again, they're a small outfit and they're like, we don't get paid enough and our boss just got through the head. The other 3 are a little more loyal and are like, you sons of... Not their turn yet.
Lola, what you doing?
Oh, also,
If
you
I-
can get back behind cover if you want because you didn't use your
Yeah.
full movement.
I pop back.
If I throw one of these, is it gonna damage the church?
You have no idea. You don't even know what it is.
Like, I'm
You know,
just so scared.
it's one of Karma Moon's things.
Okay. I'm probably just gonna run out here and throw it.
All of them?
No, just one. No,
Okay.
no.
You have 4. And
I'll
you-
throw one. If I need to, I'll throw the rest later once I see what they do.
Okay. So go ahead and roll an athletics check for me. This is so silly.
Gave him to us.
I did give him. I didn't think she was gonna go ask for it, but she
Your
got him.
6 exploded.
Your 6 exploded.
Whoop.
Hey,
2.
you got an 8. That's a success with a raise. Go ahead and roll 2d10.
Woo!
Oh, dang. That sucks.
10 damage. I mean,
At least it's
So-
something, but
You throw this this cherry, and which one are you aiming for?
I'm just aiming like straight ahead.
Okay.
Right, from what I see.
With their toughness, subtract. So you throw this cherry. Do you say anything?
No, because I don't know what I'm expecting, so I'm just like,
Take my forbidden fruit.
yeah.
This guy sees it coming and is like, "Did you just throw a fruit at me?" And then it hits, and fire explodes all over him, and he has a moment of terror on his face as his entire like front half is just singed black, and he's like, ah! It just starts screaming and writhing as he for like 2 seconds is covered in flame, and by the time he like looks back up, his face is like crispy black, like covered in soot, and his hair is gone, and he has on his arms like 3rd degree looking burns. Like this guy is fucked.
So, does it count because I made a movement going forward? Can I dip back or no?
Yes, you can dip back.
Okay.
This guy is fully shaken with a wound.
Cool. I'm gonna throw more fruit.
oh, of course you are.
We just taught Lola to throw all fruit. I know that's gonna come
Yeah.
back to bite us.
Oh, no.
So,
Yeah.
Josh, you
All
are
right.
you are last in the surprise round before we go ahead and roll initiative.
I'll be like, all right, shit. Someone's starting the fireworks already. Let's do this. round the corner, the boxer crouch running up.
Everybody's looking the other way for damn
Everyone's
sure.
looking the other way, and that's the point. And it's going to
And
just right in the back.
It's freaking like-
kidney punch this guy. Like I'm coming in low, and just bam, right in the side.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and fuck this dude up.
Let's hope so.
Is this the burning dude or is this another dude?
No,
This is
he's
another
hitting the
dude.
guy from the other side.
Oh, sorry, I got you. Got you.
He's looking at his friend who just got lit on fire and is like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, perfect.
Fighting. There we go. Let's see, so we got a 6.
Yes. So that that beats his parry. Or that meets his parry.
I mean, I think beats his beats and just about everything.
Yep.
I don't know. Up to you.
No, meets
Even
meets
for
his beats.
surprise?
You what I'm saying is you got a success, you didn't get a raise.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you meet his parry.
Now, time for damage. We got strength plus the brawler,
Do it up.
but no smite this time.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I started 11.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you crack this dude in the side of his ribs, and he just like, ooh, and like fucking like grabs his side and doubles over, or like kind of like leans forward. He is shaken, but he does not take a wound. So you are in the thick of it, my friend. So he is also shaken. This is now the beginning of the first actual round with somebody already dead. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw
Another
some
person
cards.
fled.
So Josh, I know you've got your own. I'm gonna draw for our 3 PCs.
Oh, I
For
forgot
Betty, you've got the 10 of diamonds.
Nice.
That's your
I like
initiative
diamonds.
order. 6 of diamonds. That's you, Dan. And 3 of clubs. That's you, Nina.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Alright.
draw for our foes. What'd you get, Josh?
Let's see. Let's find out. Oh shit.
Joker.
Woo! Yep.
You go, Winev.
Start us off with that.
Okay,
I just hope
hell
I
yeah.
hit because the advancement I took was Mighty Blow. Double damage when you get a Joker.
Ooh, go for it. Freaking nail this
Oh.
dude.
God, let's
Just
hope
gonna
so.
We didn't
Bulldoze
need
everyone.
help at all.
Show them what in a couple of years the IRA is going to mean for English folk. They're not around yet, but they're getting started.
It's like, I hope you're watching, Charles. I'll probably use a Benny to reroll that.
Okay,
Let's see.
I'll take one off your pile. You're green for obvious reasons.
So it looks like I got a 7 because I forgot I got a +2 for all actions when you pull a Joker. So
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that definitely beats his parry again.
yeah, let's see what damage we're getting. 14 damage. Oh, actually, nope. That's 6. That's a 6. It explodes. Let's
Oh
see
my
what,
god.
Currently looking at 14. It's going to be 18 instead.
18. Okay. So you grab this dude that you just punched, and you look to your right, and you see the bloodstain where Charlie shoved the other dude's head into the stone earlier,
Add
and
to
you
it.
get an idea.
Oh,
Well, we're
no.
already going to have to hose off the church. There's a reason that people call it the Bloody Church. What do you do?
No, it was going to keep it with a simple takedown. It's the kick out the knee and punch to the face. It's just simple,
Ooh!
boom, boom, drop.
You kick him, the knee bends the other way that it ain't supposed to go. And then
Oh.
as he's going, from that, you catch him full on in the face and teeth just go the other direction. Just this man falls face first against the church door like this. And is just looking like he's had 50 different cavities because his teeth look like a checkerboard. God damn, those, you can't make that up. You can't make up those rolls. Jesus. Okay, so that happened. So next up in the initiative order actually was him. He got a jack, but since that happened, he's out. So next up in the initiative order is Betty. You got
Nice.
the 10 of diamonds. You're the highest.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the rat that's just beyond the guy who's just been taken out by Brian.
Okay,
And I'm gonna go for another furry knife.
go for it.
One ostensibly in the middle, which is
Yes.
now the front.
So it is Is that still athletics again to hit?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
Throwing is athletics based.
Yep. And then you roll strength on damage.
Lovely.
Okay, and then roll your
Another
wild
D6.
die.
Oh, sorry, I just rolled the wild. Actually, I'm just going to roll the athletics.
Okay. Okay, so you got a 3. So that would not hit. Do you want to spend a Benny?
Yeah, go on. I'll treat myself.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go for it.
Or both of them.
You do it. So I'll roll that one again.
Oof.
Okay.
Oh no!
Still didn't come through.
Oh no.
Oh wait, do I get a +2 to rolls with a Benny?
No.
I don't think
Making
so.
that up. Nope.
It was,
Okay.
it was on the joke that
Making
all
that
your
up.
rolls get a +2.
So
I don't
you
recall
you
one, Benny.
you toss 2 of your knives and they just go wide. And
Yeah.
I think that you're just like so enamored with like the flames, and then this guy just got punched the fuck out by an orc, this little rat dude, and you're just like, huh?
Oh no, the fact that a cherry burst into flames is pretty mesmerizing. To be fair.
She got totally, completely in awe of that, and then she notices that she's missed, and she sort of crawls back around the column a little bit, and then just makes pigeon noises like "ooh."
That's fucking great. So Dan, you're up. You're you just heard some bone cracking from around the corner, and you dip back around to see that fucking the Irishman has just laid into this dude.
How far can I move in a round?
So you've got 6 tiles.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And you can move through Lola because she's a friendly.
Probably wants to get in on some of this fisticuffs action. So
Hell yeah.
This guy who's like
Missing
burning-
eyebrows.
burning
Yeah.
face.
He's like just starting to like try to get himself together and is still trying to figure out what just happened.
Animatronic Arnie, Terminator 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, do you know what? Yeah, let's do it. It's nearly the end of the session. Let's do it. He's gonna take his eyes. He's gonna take his blade and his hat, and he's gonna come straight across his eyes.
Whoa, Peaky Blinder! Let's go.
So is this a fighting check?
So it'd be athletics to hit. Or no, that would be a
Oh, what are
fighting
you doing?
check.
Yeah, are you punching his ass? And yeah, fighting.
Yeah.
Athletics
My
is for
cat
throwing.
just knocked all of the cards off the table.
All right, so that is a hit. Knives are 1d4, right?
Yep.
Well, also roll your d6 because it could explode. Or you get both dice.
Yeah, that's true. And you're gonna roll your strength because you're using it like a knife.
All right.
Okay,
But yeah,
so I'm gonna roll
knife
strength.
is the same for throwing as it is for melee. So it's your strength plus 1d4.
Yep.
My strength plus 1d4.
So your strength.
Nina,
die
look
plus
who
1d4
joined
die.
me.
Oh, Queen Vivi.
Queen Vivi.
And the 4 explodes. 4 explodes again. Bloody
Woo!
hell, mate. 17.
That's 17.
You fucking odd job the fuck out of this, dude. You take your hat and come across 1, 2, 3, and you take his eyes. You slice his freaking suit, and then like you just kind of flourish it, and the blood is just everywhere as you slice this dude to ribbons. And he's gone. Holy shit. Well, this was meant to be a harder combat, but well, goddamn.
Will you permit me a quick will I be able to say something on my turn before we move on?
Yeah.
I just look straight over at Brian and just go, meet you in the middle.
Oh, done. Oh man.
Oh, that's fantastic.
He just gives the head bob.
Well, the other guy,
romance waiting to happen. Just let it happen.
the other guy was supposed to go next, but he's dead. So,
Well,
That's twice.
Lola, you're up.
um, Jesus.
For you, it's gonna be difficult to shoot past people.
I was
Eddie had the
going to
advantage of throwing from high down.
Well, she can also parkour. She can pull
Yeah.
a Betty.
True.
I was
that
gonna
is true.
say I think I'm gonna do that. That is athletic.
Parkour ladies. Let's do it.
Let's see. Sorry. I got a 5 in it.
Got yourself a 5.
Heck yeah.
I get
Okay.
bonus.
So yeah, so you scurry up the column.
Okay.
That's a
And
success.
then,
That's your movement. So now you've got a bird's eye view. You could shoot. You could throw another cherry. You could do whatever.
Throw the entire hand.
I'm a real no. I'm just I would worry that would kill everyone else. Like it wouldn't just kill the guy. It'll be a bigger explosion.
Yeah, you should also worry the fact that it would kill as well. Because we still shall not kill.
So
The fact Charlie has.
we shall not
is a
kill
different
unless they started it.
Oh, you're trying to put a caveat on it. I'm still running with a vow on myself at least.
Hey,
I
look.
shall not kill.
Charlie doesn't have a vow that
I know.
he's not
getting away with
blessed.
So
Yeah.
Look at him just snacking on his popcorn while all this is happening.
Can you blame him?
Just likes grapes.
okay, so I am gonna throw another one at the guy there.
Hell yeah. Now, what's going through Lola's head as she throws this cherry?
I imagine nothing because she's running on adrenaline.
Wow, does all fruit do this?
Exactly. Like,
watermelon,
oh.
There's banana. There's honeydew.
Okay, go ahead and nail the guy. I'm gonna roll on a rando table.
So it was athletics before, correct?
Still athletics for throwing.
Okay.
Walt, there's an exploding 4. An exploding 4.
Oh my god. I failed. Doesn't even matter.
You got bennies.
Oh yes, I'm gonna use one.
Benny it up.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna need an explode. No, you got it. 3 or a 4.
Can I use another one?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm deducting. You're down to 3.
That's fine. Okay. Dang. Wait, no, exploded.
Yeah, explode. Explode, baby.
Exploded again.
Oh, let's go.
Hot diggity damn. You're looking at 18 right now, hon.
Go again.
Okay. And a 1.
19.
Are
You
they
hit.
dead yet?
You got several rises. No, that's a hit. But you definitely critted his ass.
You roll 4d10.
Mine are these 6s.
No. That
No,
was
these
a
are
hit.
the
That rolled
bombs.
damage.
Oh,
You roll
4D.
you rolled 2d10 last time, but you got 3 raises on top of what you need to shake him. So you're rolling 2 extra
4.
damage dice.
Okay, so 4.
This cherry goes.
God.
Yeah.
So you said there was nothing in your head.
No, not really. I really don't. I think she's just like throwing fruit.
You throw the second cherry, it beans this guy in the head, and he gets sucked into it. Like his whole body just like a void opens up in the universe, and blood and bones and skin just go. And
Does
the
it
cherry
suck up the other dead bodies? That would
No.
help clean up.
No, but the cherry just goes scrumptious and then disappears.
All right, well, that's some Outlaw Star bullshit right there.
As
Now
this
she's-
guy ceases
every
to
cherry does
exist.
something different.
Yeah.
Oh, I want a cherry number 4, please. or
That's-
whatever the black hole bullet was that from Outlaw Star. Yeah.
That is a triple exploding cherry.
Yay!
I had 4 powers that I had come up with, and then I was like, nah, Void's better. She's not thinking a single thought in her head. So the
She's
cherry just opens a portal to the actual plane of the Void. So you guys exit combat, and the rats, as far as you... So here's the funny thing. Like, the next round, the Heavenly Harlots, like, roll up.
Oh.
And there's... You've got, like, 4 or 5 showgirls that are, like, in their full showgirl getup.
So real fast, right as they're showing up, I step to the middle.
Oh my god.
I think I'll head to our guy here, the one with the purple dot, and just flip him over, pull out this gold wallet, and just look up to Betty and go.
Okay, so she sees this, so she scuttles down the column just as quickly as she physically can. And she's sort of come up to Charlie. So, it's
Just a moment, yeah. I'm just gonna have a quick look through to see if there's anything of use that might give me any kind of information on who this person is or anything that might be useful, and then it's going straight to Betty.
Oh no!
My green screen fell over.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Don't worry about it. I was looking for my boa.
oh,
I
Got kind of
can't-
a cool thing going on in the background.
yeah,
like-
now it's
Those are
very
good.
strange.
Yeah, I like it.
Anyway.
It was right over
very,
there.
very, very broken down city of sin.
Yeah, exactly.
Brian will run over to Sawbones, his place, and see if he can't save some lives.
Okay.
Oh.
So,
Well,
Not sure if we'll be able to,
so
but we can try.
Brian, you kind of like rally the troops, and you're like, we got to get these guys, to, we like, it's against my code to murder people. So like,
But yeah, let's say as much as these guys are assholes, at least got to get them patched up. Can't let them die here on the church steps.
while they're doing that, Dan, you flip through the gold wallet before you give it to Betty. This guy's name, Lester, sorry, hold on a sec. This guy, Lester Havarti, was an underboss. Like, he was second in command to the head of the Rat Tails. So they were gunning for the neighborhood, but if they find out about this, and I mean, they're gonna eventually because he's literally dead, they're gonna come full force.
Wait a minute. So next door, there's a funeral home.
Mm-hmm.
Is he also a crematorium?
Yes. I literally wrote that into his description. It's a funeral home / crematorium.
Okay, well, someone went on a vacation.
But Charlie, you know that this is as much as these guys were chumps, you get the feeling that like luck was on everybody's side tonight. And you need to send word back to Europe that you're gonna need to roll deeper on this one, because the rat problem in the extermination runs deep.
Yeah. So I turn to the rest of the group, just look at them and sort of tip my hat to them and say, "Well, I guess we're in business," and just walks off and hands the wallet over to Betty. Yes, Betty.
As you guys are leaving, Father O'Malley peers his head out of the church. Like, he's spent this entire time moving one pew just far enough back that he could peek his head out, and he goes, yeah, you're all good in my book. Welcome back in the church whenever you want. Father Mackenzie should be back on Monday.
At this point, Betty, she's delighted. She's got this full wallet, and she kind of just sort of gazes around the neighborhood, sort of looks at the bodies, sort of sighs, a very contented sigh of relief, and then she sort of fishes into her skirts and she pulls out the pocket watch, and she's like, "I think it's time for me to go home, really."
That would be best, little miss.
Finally regarded her as an adult.
Yes.
And with that, we are going to close up this session because again, the pop star or the pop stars, the dames from the Dapper Dames, they walk up with like flamingo costumes and like flapper dresses, and like one of them's got like a twin barrel shotgun, the other one's got like a Tommy gun with like the full like barrel underneath, and they're just like, "Huh, you should have let us know. We would have brought hoses." Looks like you got this covered.
I offered them dinner since they came out here.
Your sister works her way up to the front, and she's like, "Oh, sister, I don't know why they even doubted you, but I knew that if you called that something spooked you, so I thought we'd come out and roll deep, and here we is."
I mean, imagine Lola's just like, "Yeah, we took care of them. Well, since you're all here, we did get some smoked meats from
Yeah.
what's his name? Old Pete. So we can have dinner."
Old Peterson.
Yep.
And so, they kind of invite you guys all in. They're like, "Hey, Charlie, you and Brian run everybody over, like run the three bodies over to Sawbones," and they're like, you pull out like a wad and like throw some money on their bodies and tell Sawbones like, "Patch it up, it's on me." I guess. Like,
I guess.
This is against everything that I believe in, but whatever. I guess I want to make a good impression. And then you guys head back over, and you guys, you're all invited in to have dinner. So if you guys all want to stick around.
Yay.
But oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I was thinking, just as they sort of head, is Vivian there?
Yeah.
In the group? Just Betty was kind of fully thinking, okay, it might be time to go. And then she clocks Vivian, and she just goes wide-eyed, and she is starstruck. And then she kind of fishes this little notebook out of her jacket with a little pen, and she's just like, and just asking for an autograph.
Vivian comes over, she goes, "Oh, aren't you adorable?" And she goes, "What's your name, lil ma'am?"
"I'm Betty. I'm a big fan and of you and your dancing and your fans, of course. And I want to be a singer like you." And,
really now?
Yeah. Could you write it to Betty with love?
Yes, of course. She writes it to Betty with love. My favorite climber. Because she saw you scuttle down off the side of the church. And then she puts like a little heart on the end of the Y. She goes, "Here you go."
Oh, thank you, Miss Vivian.
You're very welcome. If you've got some pipes, you should come by for audition sometime. We hold them at the 3rd of every month.
Oh, I've been practicing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, thank you.
You're very welcome. She like pats you on the head. She's like 1.5 feet taller than you with heels, or like she's like probably like 2.5 or 3 feet taller than you with heels, and just pats you on the head.
God, I love America.
Oh man. Well, with that, I want to thank all of you guys for being here. Dan, I want to thank you for staying up with us, and Tony, I want to thank you as well. It was a blast.
Thank you for
and-
having us, guys.
Yeah,
For
it's been amazing.
sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, how
Thank
late is
you.
it for you guys right now?
Yeah, like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, it's about
Yeah.
2:15.
So you guys need to go to bed. We all need to figure out dinner. But loved y'all, and let's definitely do this again sometime because I have a feeling that we have not heard the last from Betty Poop, and we have not heard the last from Charlie Bodes, and we are gonna have to see everybody in the future.
And don't worry, it'll be a Saturday morning, well, afternoon for you guys, and not 2 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
next time.
I mean, in fairness, I kind of scheduled this, so I only have myself to blame.
Oh yeah, you have to-
That's on you.
So yeah,
but you
if
know what?
anybody's out
I
there
was-
and you're enjoying us and you're in chat, just spam blame Dan because then
Well, Rob's not
Done.
here, so you got blamed. Someone's got to be blamed.
I think you mean Liam Neeson, but I'm gonna just nod and smile. I have a specific set of skills. And it's to make everybody awkward and a little bored.
Guys, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you very much. And Zach, have an amazing. Well, Zach and Tony have an amazing game of Werewolf tomorrow.
Yes, early morning. I'm only sad that you will not be joining us, but I'm sure you'll be with us in spirit.
Hell yeah, hell yeah! If I manage to get home in time, I'll jump on for some.
Wonderful. Well, you guys all have a great evening watching here or in the UK. We love you, and like I said, and like Dan said, if you want to see us for Werewolf tomorrow, be up bright and early. But other than that, we love you guys, and we're gonna go and have ourselves an evening.
Yeah.
Love, love, love.
Bye.
Bye.